Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Braylon and welcome to my Sagittarius full moon video. So I'm recording this on June 17th, which is, technically when the full moon happened, but the moon is now at 2 degrees Capricorn. Honestly, guys, I just wanted to kind of let this energy pass by before I spoke with you. For me personally, this was happening in my 12th house. So I felt very asleep during this energy. I felt very subconscious. This energy was extremely subconscious for me. So I think it was important to kind of sleep through the full moon. My dreams have been absolutely insane. Okay, I've dreamt about portals for the past 2 nights since the moon entered Sagittarius, and now it's in Capricorn. So the full moon happened in the wee hours, maybe even around 3 a.m. The point is I figured the moon would be at the tail end of Sagittarius as I was recording this video, and I checked my planet watcher before I started to record, and I'd be damned, the moon is in 2 degrees Capricorn. And it's so crazy because the same thing happened to me with the new moon in Gemini. I actually wound up writing my new moon intentions while the moon was in Cancer. So it's interesting, I feel that Sagittarius and Gemini are very quick energies, and they are portals, you guys. I've heard many astrologers refer to the Gemini Sagittarius opposition as a portal, and I actually agree with that because this energy is so quick and so magical and so mutable that if you ain't paying attention, you might miss it. So anyways, guys, I still wanted to get on here and get us some messages. As you guys know, the full moon cycle lasts up to 6 months until the new moon in Sagittarius. We will truly be experiencing this energy, but we'll definitely be experiencing it over the next 3 days and definitely over the next month until the full moon in Capricorn. Okay, so I still wanted to get on here and talk a little bit. I got my notes as always. So guys, every month I come on here for the new moon and for the full moon. And last time we talked was the Gemini new moon. Now we're under the full moon in Sagittarius. So to me, the best way I can explain this is I've kind of started to see the moon as an eye. So if the moon was the nighttime eye, the eye of night in the sky, the mother's eye, then during a full moon her eyes are wide open, meaning that she can see all, not that she can't any other time, right? Because she's the moon. She sees everything at a subconscious level. But you guys, we even as humans or whatever, as spirits on this planet, I think that we are affected by the full moon as well. I really do. And I feel like we also are able to see things clearly under the full moon. And that's why I have that metaphor with the eye wide open, because it's extremely illuminating. It's extremely illuminating, the full moon. Extremely. Okay? So the moon is wide awake and we're wide awake, and that could be literal. Around the full moon, people talk about energies rising, and I've seen a lot of people not being able to sleep and stuff like that. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what an actual full moon even is, and to me, it's an eye wide open. It's a time period of new beginnings and completions because of the illumination that's taking place. And I think it would even help so much more if we all knew where Sagittarius was in our chart. Some of you guys are Sagittariuses. Some of you guys are Sagittarius risings. Some of you are Sagittarius moons, which I feel Sagittarius moons are very important around this cycle because they are acting as the physical vessels for this moon to act itself out. I think my camera even got lighter as I was talking about that. You never know. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that, guys. Basically, this is an emotional cycle. The moon controls all that is deep, all that is under the surface. It controls our emotions, our maternal instincts, the things that we hide, secret energies, things coming up from the depths, stuff like that. And we're going through completions and new beginnings. Every month we get a chance to do this in different areas of our life. That's why I said, like for me, it really helps me to know that Sag is my 11th and 12th house, mainly my 12th house, because I definitely felt the subconscious shift. I definitely felt I wasn't able to sleep very well, and when I did sleep, I slept extremely hard, and I had a very strange dreams that were Sagittarius related, okay, portal related. So let's talk a little bit about where this full moon is happening. And it's happening in the sign of Sagittarius, one of my favorite zodiac signs as a Pisces, because Sag and Pisces are both ruled by Jupiter, so I'm a huge fan. Sagittarius is the ninth house of beliefs in astrology, okay? And they're also The ninth house is also associated with philosophy as well. And I actually looked up what the term of philosophy meant just for shits and giggles. I like to literally study this energy, which is kind of ironic because that's what philosophy is. It's the study of the experiences in life and what it is that we truly believe, guys. I wanted to lower myself a little bit. But yeah, this is about philosophy and beliefs. This is about expansion. One of the main things I think of when I think of Sagittarius is expansion. And I was thinking a little bit before this video about how I'm not going to get on here and talk about fun and partying and excitement and that Sagittarius energy, because I feel that my guides are communicating with me that that's not exactly what this Sagittarius full moon is. I know Sag is extremely optimistic, but I don't think Sagittarius always likes being the party animal. I don't think they always like being associated with that kind of energy, because something that I know about Sagittarius is a lot of that excitement, a lot of that hyperness and stuff like that, that's anxiety, bro. Like, so this is the difference between anxiety and excitement, which is definitely a perception based thing because they're similar energies if you really think about it. So I'm not gonna get on here and talk about how this is a party and all this. No, you guys, we're all living on the same planet, and I haven't seen nobody partying. I mean, I'm talking metaphorically. I haven't seen the energy of a party over this full moon, I'll say that. Okay, Jupiter is here, so this full moon does feature Jupiter. Jupiter is retrograde, which I think is really important. Jupiter is another one of those it's the biggest planet in our solar system. That's why Sag is about expansion. That's why Sagittarius have very big personalities, but that's not to assume that this energy doesn't take on a deeper, more spiritual form. The ninth house, it has a lot to do with spirituality as well. It's the house of higher knowledge, so it really doesn't matter what this full moon really means to us all, because it's going to be different for us all, but it's about what you believe and it's about what you learned over this transit. So over the next month, I feel like it is going to be okay. So when I talk about the over the next month until the Capricorn full moon, I do feel like it will be a celebration. I do feel like there'll be certain changes and excitement, and I think there will be certain things that we're studying and learning. Like I kind of mentioned that a while ago to a Virgo I was talking to, that the Scorpio full moon really started that whole month. I mean, we're getting out of that energy a little bit, and we're headed towards the new moon in Scorpio 6 months from now. But if you guys paid attention, the full moon in Scorpio opened up a huge cycle of death. And I'm talking about that because we're closing that chapter out and we're starting a new month. The full moons last about a month until the next full moon, okay? So moving from the June 17th to around July 17th when there's a full moon in Cancer, I do feel like this is going to be a huge time period of expansion. In order to expand, we have to grow. In order to grow, we have to let go of things that are limiting. So limiting beliefs are coming up here, things that don't really align with the new versions of who we are. The fact that Jupiter is here retrograde, I feel like this is going to be a time period of reflecting as well. Religion comes up here, spirituality, but definitely higher knowledge, okay? That higher mind, that long distance travel. And it's like it's about discovery, guys. I don't want to talk too much about the party energy because I think that takes away from the seriousness of Sagittarius, and I think I'm just kind of channeling their energy to where they don't always like to be associated with that non-serious Knight of Wands energy. You know, I mean, Sag is definitely fiery and passionate, and they're definitely mutable, which leads me to my next point. You know, we are underneath mutable energy. This mutable Gemini Sagittarius energy has been, I'm a mutable sign, so I've been feeling it, and it has been kind of chaotic. A lot of people think mutable signs enjoy change because that's what we represent, but no, we're just extremely adaptable, which leads me to talk about how this energy is extremely helpful when it comes to adapting to whatever the hell might come up over the next month. This is definitely opening up an energetic portal that I feel will be the strongest over the next 3 days, but it will remain, especially throughout the remainder of Gemini season over the next few days and until the Cancer full moon. And even after that, you guys, basically until the Sagittarius new moon, which is 6 months from now. Okay, but yeah, this is definitely opening up a portal of philosophy. Some of us may have a whole new entire philosophy on life after this full moon. It's been extremely magical. I've been kind of laying low because it's my 12th house, but it's really taught me a lot. And I think it's less about what I have to say about the full moon and more about what we're all individually discovering about our own beliefs, what we're all discovering about our own life philosophy. But I just wanted to touch on some of this energy. And I also wanted to touch on the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance energy. I actually have the Temperance card here. I shuffled and I shuffled and I shuffled until I saw the Temperance card. And I let Spirit determine that. This is invoking the Sagittarius energy for me. This is Archangel Michael energy. But guys, this energy, to me, if I could put this full moon into tarot cards, it would be the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance card. And to see those two cards together, I automatically think of a patient destiny. Even as I was shuffling the tarot cards, I was getting a little impatient, like, okay, I'm ready to start this video. Like, when am I going to see the Temperance card? And as soon as I almost gave up, the Temperance card showed up. So I think that was an extreme message. It was like extremely metaphorical for being patient for this wheel to finally start turning. A lot of us are bored. You know, I don't even want to get started on boredom with Sagittarius, because a lot of Sagittarius think they have ADHD because of how bored they get, because of how the lack of attention that they can spend. But really, I feel like it's just about being patient enough to focus on more than one thing at once. Does that make sense? But, you know, we are bored, you guys, and there's been a lot of tough energy, and we're really ready for a party. I want to share a little bit of information here about when the moon first entered Sagittarius. For those of you out there, you guys might know that June is Pride Month, and I was gonna go to a festival. Things didn't work out, to make a long story short, and I literally was crying because I want to have fun. And I knew that that was the Sagittarius energy, emotion, the fact that I just felt like my life was wasting away. Like, there's more to the story, but that's how the Sagittarius full moon really hit me at first. Was like, wow, and I kept hearing that, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to. That is the song for this full moon, because it's emotion and it's fun energy, and it's about the emotion we feel about the lack of adventure we're feeling in our life as well, because I think some of us are really ready to start something new, which brings me to the Fool card. But we have Temperance, okay? This is balance. There's a reason why Sagittarius is represented by the Temperance card, because it's balance, it's moderation, it's alchemy. And if we had the Wheel of Fortune card here, we could associate that all with the cycles in our life and the wheel finally turning. Let's see what's behind the Temperance card. The Seven of Swords. So, guys, this also might bring up certain cycles of deception, cheating, stealing energy. That's just what my cards are saying. You know, when it comes to this energy, these hidden agendas, you just want to stay patient, because there will be certain cycles of deception that open up. Whatever that means, guys, there's just an underlying energy here of the Seven of Swords. And under that, the Page of Wands. So yeah, we're going to be starting new beginnings. And in order to start those new passionate beginnings, we may need to take on an energy of all that is mine. You know, taking all that is mine. Because sometimes the Seven of Swords is that way too. So guys, these tarot messages, as always, are just what we need to hear the most. I am going to associate them with what we're needing to, what our beliefs are, what some sort of adventure, what we're going to be discovering as each zodiac sign. So I'm just going to set the intent that all zodiac signs hear and receive messages that they need to hear the most. I want to pick up on that energy, Spirit. And without further ado, we are going to start with Aries, because Aries is the first zodiac sign, okay? So Aries, let's go ahead and shuffle, and then we'll talk a little bit about what this full moon means for you, okay? So what is the Sagittarius full moon message for Aries? What's the Sagittarius full moon message for Aries? All right, we got one coming out for you, Aries. Now, Aries, the Sag full moon is happening in your 9th house. Sagittarius is 9 houses away from Aries. So this has to do with your beliefs. This has to do with expansion, higher knowledge, education, studying, you know, traveling, a journey, some sort of discovery. I do feel travel the most for you guys. So over the next month, there could be travel plans, because the card that came out for you is the World card. So Aries, since this is all about beliefs, this is asking you about what you believe about your world. Some of you guys, there's Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius energy that may be relevant here, okay? Because those 4 signs are what's surrounding the 4 edges of this card. But Aries, the underlying energy here is the 10 of Wands. So some of you guys are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulder. And you're doing so because you're an emperor. You're doing so because you're a cardinal sign. You're doing so because Aries, you're strong, right? But this has nothing to do with any of that cliche bullshit. Okay, when these cards have come up before in a reading, these cards come up in readings for me, and when I see the Ten of Wands with the World, I immediately feel that there's someone who's got burdens as big and as heavy as the world on their shoulder. But this is also the ending to a cycle. The world is an ending to a cycle. The Ten of Wands is an ending to a cycle. So when it comes to burdens in your world and your life, Aries, this Sagittarius, now this is fire energy. I forgot to mention that. Even though you're a cardinal sign, Aries, Sag is your sister sign, your brother sign. So you guys are both fire. You're going to feel the passion reignite in you, I hope. And I hope Leo does as well. And speaking of fire, we have the Ten of Wands, which is fire energy. And we have the Chariot and the Lovers. Wow. Oh, wow. Aries, you've got some major arcana here. Some of you may be dealing with Pisces, Gemini, Cancer. There might have been something here about the Gemini moon, the Gemini new moon, which was on June 3rd. But if you're not dealing with a Pisces, a Gemini, or a Cancer, this is major arcana, all following the Ten of Wands. So these are major burdens, okay? They're major completions as well. Somebody may have a Gemini moon, a Cancer moon. Some of you guys may have secret lovers, or maybe you're dealing with fears because of distance with a lover. I'm not sure, but this is all about moving forward in Cancer season. Cancer season is literally days away, okay? It starts on the 21st, the 20th if you want to be technical. But yeah, in order to move forward victorious, I don't know if somebody's car, if there's someone's having car problems, because the Chariot is sometimes a car. You can see sometimes this is a car, okay? So I don't know if there's a burden here linked to a car or something like that, Aries. But what I'm really feeling for you guys, especially those of you who want to move forward with a twin flame or who want to move forward with a divine connection, because this is a specific relationship if it's not a Gemini energy, all right? Yeah, Cancer season, and this has everything to do with the Sagittarius full moon, because we experienced the Sagittarius full moon just days before we enter this Cancerian energy, and it's going to be quite different when we shift into that energy. So this full moon cycle is asking you to drop whatever seems like heavy weight, heavy burden. Someone's working really hard here too. I don't want to forget that the Ten of Wands is not always just a burden. You know, Aries, just because you can carry this so well, it doesn't mean it's not heavy. And I've been seeing that quote going around a lot lately. So this is about something you've been carrying that could be keeping you from moving forward victoriously. And that explains why we have the World card, because either way, you're getting a message of completion. A completion of a cycle, Aries, is definitely showing up for you for the Sagittarius full moon. So what do you believe about these burdens? What do you believe about the heaviness you feel in the world, your world? What do you believe about the burdens that you're carrying on your back, Aries? And what do you believe about these endings and these completions? Full moons bring completions anyway. So I do feel that there's been certain people, places, and things. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, but Aries, there's a certain heaviness coming up here. There's a certain vulnerability coming up here, and it's like there's a cycle of hard work that is completing, and it's time to start something new, okay? And again, this could be talking about travel, celebration, but the world to me is completions, all right? And it could be financial, because I just saw the Queen of Pentacles. It could have to do with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. So what is it that you believe about that, Aries? What is it that you want to expand about this? But I feel you're going to have to end a burden of old cycle before you can start something new. Something new, when you get two cards like this, the new is very important, because the next card will be the Ace of Wands, and the world is a completion as well. All right, so hopefully that helped, Aries. Let's move to Taurus energy. What is the full moon in Sagittarius message for Taurus? What's the Sagittarius full moon message for Taurus? We have a card popping out, Taurus. Alrighty, we got some Pentacle energy here. Taurus, let's talk a little bit about where this full moon is happening for you first though, okay? This full moon is happening in your 8th house. You went through a 7th house opposition last month with your opposite sign Scorpio, and now we're headed into your 8th house energy, which is the opposite house that you rule. The 8th house and the 2nd house, just like on a clock, 8 and 2 are opposite of each other. Scorpio and Taurus are opposite of each other. So this is a bit foreign to you, Taurus, because this is not having to do with your values, your resources, your worth. This is bringing your attention to other people's resources, other people's money, other people's values, okay? okay? This is very opposite of, you know what you own, Taurus, but this is this is a cycle completing when it comes to what other people own, other people's money. But more importantly, the 8th house is the 8th house of transformation, okay? So this is bringing completions and new beginnings to things that are transforming in your life. I almost said house, weird. This is about rebirth, okay? This is about intimacy. This is about what you're sharing with other people, and even sex to a certain extent, okay? But Taurus, this is about money for you, because I see the message here, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. All right, so somebody here may have a choice to make during this cycle in your 8th house. There's definitely a cycle and a chapter in your life that's coming to a completion when it comes to other people's money and what it is that you're sharing, the resources that you're sharing, which is so important to Taurus, being that you guys rule what you guys have, okay? So this is about what you have and what you share, Taurus, because Gemini is your 2nd house here. Okay, and the sun is there and everything. The new moon was in your 2nd house. Now you're going through a full moon in your 8th house. New beginnings when it comes to things that you own, your possessions. But completions when it comes to what other people have, what other people own, and what they're sharing with you. Does that make sense? It's definitely money, Taurus. Someone here, this is the juggling card. Somebody could be working 2 jobs here or juggling 2 different ways of making money. This is 2 things that you value, Taurus, and this speaks to you because you guys are earth signs, and this is heavy earth energy here with all these pentacles. So yeah, I think someone's working really hard here. I'll show you the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, we have the 8 of coins. So the 8 of Pentacles could be a Virgo, could be dealing with another Taurus or a Capricorn as well. But yeah, the 8 of Pentacles is trying to perfect a skill. This is someone who's learning, which is good for Sagittarius energy. And in this case, I think someone's working really hard. There might be an entrepreneur here, someone who makes money working with their hands or something like that. But that's what I see, is someone here who's, they're stressed out about money. Okay, there's someone here who's juggling 2 different things they value. It could be family and home. It could be a relationship and a home. But work is definitely coming up here. And we even have the 7 of Swords. So some of you guys are going to be walking away from deception. Okay, yeah, I saw the Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man. So you're going to start seeing your destiny differently. Maybe even sacrificing certain things. Because you guys are really focused on long-term fulfillment, okay? For sure. You guys are focused on the long-term, some kind of career or home environment stuff. But this involves someone who is walking away from deception. This full moon is about walking away from deception. And I think maybe this has something to do with what you're juggling as far as what you give away and what you have for yourself, Taurus. There's something about that 2 of Pentacles card. I know that there's an underlying energy of someone working hard here. Yeah, of course, you're an earth sign. And your worth and your value, this is just something that you value, that you're working on, okay? Someone's putting in a lot of effort with this 8 of Pentacles, all right? This is a lot of effort. Someone's working really hard, and this could be a relationship, a home environment. It could be any kind of situation for you guys, but it has something to do with a crossroads financially. It has something to do with a choice. This is the financial stress card as well. Someone who's trying to, you know, still have fun and dance to the beat of their own drum, but when it comes down to the logic of it all, Taurus, you're still juggling something. There's still some kind of choice here. And you know, if it gets too stressful, you may have to drop one of these coins. You may have to drop one of these people, one of these places, one of these things that you're doing that you value. Because if you look at the back of this card, there's water there that symbolizes your emotion. It's pretty up and down. There's a lot of waves being made there, but someone's still sailing with it. So there's an energy here of someone who's really trying to sail and go with the flow. But if you stopped and thought about what you feel, Taurus, I think you would pick up on a little bit of emotional anxiety. So just pay attention to whatever it is that you're juggling and how the effects that has on you mentally, financially, emotionally, because this person is quite stressed out. You're getting the financially stressed card. So over the next month, you guys might just be working really hard at, you know, balancing finances, because this is kind of the infinite flow between 2 different things you value. I don't want to forget to mention that either. Could definitely be talking about some kind of financial balance that someone's working hard to achieve. Okay. So Taurus, yeah, I definitely see some effort being put in here between you or another person exterior to you. My spirit keeps wanting me to ignore the 8 of Pentacles. It keeps pulling me to this 2 of Coins to remind me of how stressed Taurus is. Because I think that's what you guys are doing. You guys are trying to do what I'm doing as a reader, which is focus on, oh, look at how hard someone's working. You know, look at the effort that's being put in. But that's just an underlying energy. The message for this full moon is a choice, juggling, stress. Okay, financial balance really important. Understanding that there's infinite flow between value, resources, possessions, whatever. But I do feel like this is also a choice, okay? Especially for those of you guys who are working two different jobs. There may have been some sort of lie or deception that causes you to walk away from a job momentarily throughout this cycle, but it absolutely has something to do with your fortune, and it's going to get you more money in the long term. I think this is the difference between a job that you're juggling and actually turning it into some kind of career. Taurus, I think you're pretty busy, and I think you're very focused on something that matters to you, something that holds value to you, okay? So hopefully that helped, Taurus. I'm going to ask you before I move on to Gemini, what is it that you believe about these two different pentacles? What is it that you believe, and how can you expand your values? How could you work more on that? What is it? What is your philosophy when it comes to this choice or crossroads that you've reached financially? Okay, because this is all about beliefs, and it has a lot to do with other people's money. You guys may be juggling what is yours and what is others. Okay, hopefully that helped, Taurus. That's all going to transform too. Keep that in mind. All right, let's move to Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Happy birthday, guys. Okay, Gemini, we've got some stuff coming out. All right. We got the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups in reverse. But before we talk more about this, let me just talk to you guys a little bit about where this Sagittarius full moon is even happening. Sagittarius is a very important zodiac sign to you guys because Sag is your opposite sign. So you're going through a full moon. You're going through new beginnings and completions when it comes to relationships, Gemini. Okay, this is about what you believe about partnership. What is it that you believe? Now, you guys are always in a relationship with expansion. This is why the relationships of Gemini, the knowledge of them, the amount, you know what I'm trying to say, Gemini, is that your relationships are always expanding, your relationships are always changing, and what you believe about your relationships is very important. Beliefs in your relationship, so the religion and stuff like that, very important because, Sag is your shadow side. So, yeah, we've got some stuff like that coming up, but let's just get back to the cards because, you guys might be dealing with an Aries too because Aries also received the 10 of Wands so far. But Gemini, it looks like you're dealing with some burdens too. And it's like, I think this burden has something to do with overwhelming options. Now, we have this card in reverse. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. Upright, this is overwhelming emotionally. This is fantasizing. Some of you guys are just done fantasizing about something because it's burdening you. Like some of you guys are still carrying around weight emotionally. You could be dealing with fire signs, water signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this looks like something got too confusing. Like maybe somebody couldn't choose something. And so maybe someone's still not choosing something. And that's starting to get kind of heavy. Like if there's some Geminis out there who, now, we're in your season. You guys are going through your solar return for the next few days until we enter Cancer season. Cancer season is an underlying energy here. Look at this. We have the Chariot and the Lovers. So there is a Cancer Gemini. The Cancer Gemini cusp is coming up here. But Gemini, honey, you guys are in your head, okay? You guys are feeling trapped about something. And I think it's about something you're waiting for. You guys might be waiting on an apology. You could be waiting on a child. You could be waiting on love. You could be waiting on an emotional conversation or just emotional clarity. But yeah, we got the 8 of Swords for you, Gemini. I don't know if someone's in jail here or just at a distance. But yeah, the underlying energy for your message is Gemini Cancer season. So there's just something important about that. The Chariot, although it is Cancer, it's also talking about victory and moving forward. So maybe something got too confusing. In this case, somebody, like you're an air sign, Gemini, so I can understand why emotional upheaval, emotional overwhelmingness, this fantasy, could be a Pisces you're dealing with, this fantasy, this illusion, this subconscious realm of all these different choices, like they were just feelings. They weren't necessarily logical. Sometimes the very choices in this card are illusions. And if for whatever reason, Gemini, it got too heavy, okay? It got too confusing. And so you're probably deciding over the next month here to drop some kind of heavy burden. And this burden was very much linked to a person, a place, or thing that overwhelmed you emotionally. It confused you. You guys are trying to come out of that as very strong air signs so that you can move forward. Okay, I don't know if there's a lover at a distance that might be driving to you soon over this next month, because I do see that as well. You guys may have choices to make. But Gemini, you guys are also burdened, okay? You guys are also burdened, over the next, and now keep in mind, my spirit guys just reminded me, remember Gemini's going through 7th house, so this is could be for some of you burdens in relation to a certain relationship in your life, romantic, business, friendships. It's all partnerships. Okay, there are certain burdens that the Sagittarius full moon is going to help you release in relationships. It's going to help you complete those cycles of heaviness, because someone here has definitely been working really hard as well at not seeming or not accepting emotional, overwhelming confusingness. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why this card fell on the ground in reverse. It was very much meant to. And I think in this case, it's because this burden is very much linked to something, some kind of illusion. And I do feel that someone here couldn't choose something, because this card is all about making a choice. All right, it's about taking a shot in the dark, but I don't think you want to do that, Gemini, because the sun in Gemini, you know, you're an air sign, you're a mutable sign. Although your clarity changes adaptably, you guys are still the king. You guys are still like the Knight of Swords. You're still the Page of Swords. You're still the King of Swords sometimes. My point is that you're still represented by swords, the swords of clarity in tarot. And this is the opposite of clarity, but you are reversing this energy, so you're trying to get out of this illusion. Some of you guys may have been with a person, or you may be connecting with people who, they just kind of, there's like, I feel like a game here where someone's playing with someone's emotions, and you guys are kind of over that. You're over that heaviness, so you're laying down that burden of confusion. And, yeah, you guys are trying to be much more clear moving forward into Cancer season. I think a lot of illusions were exposed to you in the heaviness. Now, there is subconscious heaviness here. Some of you guys could have had a certain dream or something like that, and I don't know where I was just going with that, but I feel I was really hitting a nerve a little bit ago, and I kind of lost it because it might have hit someone in the feelings. But yeah, there's just a heavy burden of responsibility when it comes to all these different choices. I'm gonna actually shuffle again, Gemini, get you guys one more card. This does, I feel, have to do with many of your guys' relationships. Maybe some of you guys have hella relationship options, or there's someone you're with that has hella options. Please clarify the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups for Gemini. We have the 10 of Swords, another 10. And look at here. Didn't I just say that you guys are the King of Swords sometimes? This is all about you guys maturing mentally, you know, and that's what happens in Gemini season. Geminis are clarity, the sun is clarity, this cycle. You guys went through a Mercury cycle as well in June. So yeah, you guys could be dealing with other air signs, and I did see the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you are straight up dealing with an Aquarius, all right? Because we have the King of Swords, which is my Aquarius card, okay? All the kings are the fixed signs to me. Sometimes this is a Libra. I don't really get Gemini from this, but for some reason in your reading just now I did. Okay, and that's because you guys are wanting to grow from the Page of Swords to the Knight of Swords. Now, Gemini, you are the Knight of Swords for me. All right, you know, but here's this king. You know what I'm saying? Some of you are dealing with kings of swords, Aquarius energy, narcissistic energy. You guys might have been left out in the cold with this clarity, but you're being told to stay hopeful, stay faithful, especially in regards to a job. And now some of you are dealing with a Scorpio man as well. Okay, we have the King of Cups. Could be Pisces, Cancer. You guys might have emotional anxiety over some kind of choice, especially if you're dealing with a water sign, because there could be third parties here, especially if you're dealing with an Aquarius. Some of you guys also may be dealing with, you know, financial conflict or something like that, something that needs to change with the finances, but we're going to bring it back to the relationships, because to clarify that 10 of Wands, 7 of Cups, we have the 10 of Swords. So yeah, there's definitely some kind of ending here, Gemini. Okay, I think this is an ending, a painful ending. Now look, we have all these swords now. So I think you guys can better identify with the 10 of Swords than what you would the 10 of Wands, because this is just simply a burden of confusion, a burden of overwhelming options, and you're just tired of things being an illusion. Like, you guys are not water signs. Water signs might be okay with some of this energy. Like, I'm okay with you just initiating a certain emotion in me and never coming through with it. Yeah, that's not going to work with a King of Swords. That's not going to work with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, because there's an ending here mentally. You guys have the 10 of Swords. That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is the light at the end of the tunnel, though. There may be certain Geminis watching that go through endings in relationships. I mean, I'm not surprised. The full moon brings completions and new beginnings, and you're going through it in the 7th house. So there could definitely be completions and new beginnings in the 7th house of relationships, and this is all relationships. The thing is, Gemini, is the underlying energy now is clarity. Some of you guys straight up got left out in the cold. There could have been financial conflict in your relationships. Hell, that might be what caused the ending. Either way, it was painful for you, Gemini. These might be endings happening in other places in your life too, but I know they have to do with burdens. I know they have to do with overwhelmingness emotionally, but you're becoming the King of Swords, which is a man of clarity, a female of clarity. This is a man of truth. This is someone who speaks clearly, says what they mean what they say. There might be certain conversations that need to take place for those who feel left out in the cold mentally. You know what I'm saying? There might be conversations about finances, Gemini, but I do love to see that King of Swords because you're stepping into this very mature mental stability, all right? The master of your own mind. There might be someone here who plays mind games, emotional games. You might be dealing with someone like that, but the good thing is the King of Swords is here and he or she can cut out any of this. So yeah, this is definitely a time of endings and new beginnings for you, Gemini. Some of them may involve backstabbing, betrayal. You may feel that energy, but this is all to get you out of that illusion. Because Gemini, you're an air sign. You know, if anything, you're meant to be in your head like the Eight of Swords, not in your feelings. Not that you don't have feelings, but this is not a good place to be during your solar return because it doesn't really hold intellectual value to you, if that makes sense. Okay, so you're getting out of that crazy realm. All right, you're letting down certain burdens. Even if you put in a lot of hard work, you know, this seems to be just some kind of wow, completion, ending. Okay, Gemini, but you've got the King of Swords. You've got your sword of truth. You've got your clarity. You've got your victory. You've got your truth. You've got your voice, Gemini, all right? So you may have a few choice of words for certain people, all right, during this cycle, for sure. For sure you might, Gemini. So I say all this to ask you that. I say all that to ask you this, Gemini. What is it that you believe about your relationships? What is it that you can learn and expand on from dropping these burdens and in endings? What is it that you believe about that? What is it? What is this? What did you discover from this ending, Gemini? And keep in mind this is happening from now until July 17th, okay? Thank you, Gemini. Happy birthday, guys. And we're going to move to Cancer now. What is the Sagittarius full moon message for Cancer? What's the Sagittarius full moon message for Cancer energy? Sagittarius full moon message for Cancer. Okay, we got a card coming out, Cancer. All right, so Cancer, before we show the cards, I just wanted to talk to you briefly about where this full moon is happening for you. So this is a 6th house full moon for you, Cancer. Next month, you'll be going through a 7th house full moon in Capricorn. But we've got a whole month, and you guys are coming into your birthday soon. Happy birthday, guys. You have the North Node, Cancer. You've got Mars. You've got Mercury. There's hella Cancer energy right now. You guys could, for lack of a better word or term, very much be in your feelings, okay? But anyway, this full moon is bringing completions and new beginnings to your ritual, to your habitual activities, to your day-to-day routine, Cancer. So this is definitely, going to change some things up about your lifestyle, about your health, about a certain job. Now, the card coming out is the Three of Cups. We've got water energy here for you, Cancer, which I like to see because this is emotion. This is talking about some kind of reunion. It's a happy energy. It is. And I think I'm picking up on your energy, Cancer, because even though you've got some good cards, I just think that happy about it. You know, like as a tarot reader, I don't feel a significant shift in my emotions. So you guys, this could be significant for your birthday. This is a video that is covering the next month. And we do know that Cancers will be going through their solar returns throughout this full moon cycle. So this is a celebration card. This is a social energy. This is celebration. Could be your birthdays, you know, and maybe some of you guys just might be feeling a bit down emotionally. Some of you guys could be drinking. This is also certain friends, certain 3 women. There could be 3 women who are important here. It could be a third party. But I'm feeling more of a friendship vibe. I'm feeling more of a rejoicing energy. I'm feeling more of a collaboration, a reunion. So this might be the reunion of certain friends that you haven't seen or that you fell out with. You guys might be coming together over the next, this is about your lifestyle, okay? So I don't know if any of you guys have a habit out of drinking. Just saying that for some of you guys, part of your day-to-day routine may be, a glass of wine or your daily intake of alcohol. I ain't judging, you know what I mean? I've been wanting to drink because of all this energy too, and there's nothing wrong. It's, you want to be careful of too much, you know what I mean? I am feeling that for some of you guys. Now, this is about I don't know if this has to do with a job that you guys are rejoicing about, because this is good. It's good news. It's kind of tripping me up a little bit here. Let's go into the underlying energy to tell us more. Now, we have the Justice card, which is, I don't know if any of you guys are going through court related stuff. If you are, I feel like you're going to celebrate a victory. Now, if you guys have any Libra friends, Cancer, they're important for you because we have Libra showing up legitly. So yeah, some of you guys may have a certain Libra friend that you guys are celebrating with. Some of you guys could be celebrating a victory in court again, or celebrating balance. Some of you guys could be having a reunion with a Libra. Okay, Libra, this could be, what I'm trying to say here is, God, Cancer, there's something going on with you. I can't focus. I feel a bit strange, honestly. So I'm just going to try to ground myself a little bit because there's tons of stuff coming. I mean, this full moon cycle is going to be nuts for you guys. So it makes sense why I'm kind of picking up on this. What I was going to say is, yeah, some of you guys could be, if you're dealing with Libras in a romantic way, this could definitely be the rejoicing or the reunion of those that coming back together. The Justice card is my marriage card. So some of you guys may be coming together as far as marriage. Now, beneath the Justice card, though, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so you're getting, some of you may be dealing with Gemini. You guys did show up for the Gemini reading because you're getting these two cards. Gemini received these two cards in their reading. Okay, so you might want to check that out. Now, the Ten of Swords is right behind the Justice. Okay, so I don't know if anybody had some kind of ending that resulted in court. It might have been betrayal, that someone took someone to court. You guys might be just trying to balance this out. I think that's what confused me earlier, where I was going to say that some of you guys may be celebrating balance, okay? Celebrating a more balanced life, something more fair, because the Justice is all about fairness and harmony. But yeah, with the Ten of Swords underneath the Justice, I do need to mention divorce. Some of you guys could have had a marriage that was on the rocks, but then you guys may, some of you may rejoice over the next month. This looks like an ending to some kind of fantasy. It looks like an ending because, you know, maybe there was more than one option. And we have the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so there is wish fulfillment here, Cancer. Lots of emotion, all right? And also conflict, okay, that you need to heal from. I don't know if somebody gets in a fight here and then someone's going to need to rest, because we also have the Five of Cups. So there's definitely conflict that you need to heal from, Cancer, especially if you're dealing with a Leo, because I do have a Leo. Now, you could also be dealing with a Aries, or I don't know why I just looked over at my phone, but it's blowing up. So some of you guys, yeah, you guys might have a lot of options, a lot of people. A lot of people might want to be coming to talk to you. They might want your emotional time. We've got Leo here. We've got Capricorn, okay, which is your opposite sign. Some of you may be, there may be a toxic fire sign that is important. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Emotionally, Cancer, there's something that needs to change about the conflict that you feel. Maybe with a fire sign, maybe not. Maybe it's just about taking action, that King of Wands. But this is a slight indication of pessimism and depression, Cancer. Conflict, emotionally feeling lost, disappointed. You guys are trying to heal from that. You guys need to rest more, meditate more, be in peace over this next month, because there's going to be conflict emotionally. I think there may be competition or something over this wish fulfillment, because there's hella options showing up here for you, Cancer, but there's also endings, painful endings, but the light at the end of the tunnel no less, because the sun is on its way. All of that has something to do with this Justice card. So wherever you found yourself in those cards, Cancer, whatever resonated with you, it's like justice is here. Okay, so karma, and you know what? The North Node is in Cancer, and the North Node has a lot to do with karma in Cancer. Okay, the North Node has a lot to do with karma. So you are protected by justice, especially when the sun comes into Cancer and ignites that North Node. Oh yeah, there will be much to celebrate. I think now that I've talked to you about all that, now I'm feeling a bit different for whatever reason. That's a metaphor for. I feel like you guys are going to be celebrating some kind of win, some kind of justice. You guys may see karma in full action. Again, Libra is showing up here. Especially if you guys have Libra friends, or there may be a Libra that's a third party, or Cancer. What I just realized is that if this is a third party that you know you're in, one of them may be a Libra. Actually, what I was going to say is one of them may be married. There might be an ending to a marriage here, whether it's you or the person you were with, Cancer. There might just be karma. Okay, I do feel that someone's going to be celebrating karma here, rejoicing karma. This is all going to be very, very balanced. But yeah, if you're dealing with a third party, one of the people here may be married. You may have found out about that. It may have hurt you. It may have been a deception. It may have caused the ending to a marriage, which explains the options here. Cancer, I do want to tell you that one of these options are an option of wish fulfillment for you. But I think there's an underlying energy of conflict and endings here as well. So you're going to have to do your best to balance all this out. And when it comes to choosing emotionally over the next month, make sure you're choosing beginnings, okay? And letting old painful stuff end. Because, you know, karma is here for you. Justice, balance, harmony. It's an underlying energy for this whole month, okay? From now until the full moon in Capricorn. And you guys got to get ready for your new moon next month at the beginning of July. So focus on happiness. Focus on maybe going out more. This is more of a social energy. Joining up with your friends and having a few drinks if you want. You know, it's up to you. It's your life. But yeah, there's something to celebrate over the next month. So find something to celebrate. And also, what is it that you believe about this Three of Cups? And keep in mind, this is about your lifestyle. So some of you guys could be celebrating health. You could be celebrating completion to a job. This is about services that you're offering. So this is like, what do you believe about that? And do you feel happy and rejoiceful when it comes to your day-to-day life? Like, make sure you schedule in celebration when it comes to your daily schedule. Make sure you schedule in celebration and happiness and friendship. Don't forget about that when it comes to your life, because there might be some balance here that is needed amongst these three women. Okay, Cancer? So your lifestyle is going to be expanding for sure. I mean, this message is different for you because you're going through 12th house energy with Gemini. You had a new moon there, and you're going to have a new moon in your first house. I mean, you just got to get ready for your birthday season, honeys. Period. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're going through completions in your lifestyle. You guys may expand. You may travel. And also work may come up. Certain things about work. Certain things about services that you offer and stuff like that too, Cancer. Hopefully that helped, guys, and happy birthday to you guys. Let's move into Leo energy. What is the Sagittarius full moon message for Leo? Holy crap. Leo, okay, that's okay. We have two cards coming out. I don't know if this is for all of you. I may shuffle again. These cards came out rather fast. But before we even get into that, let's talk about this moon. Okay, Leo, you're a fire sign. Alright, this is a Sagittarius full moon and it's 5 houses away from you. So this is a full moon in your 5th house of romance, creativity, children, soulmates, but it's pleasure. The 5th house in Leo, come on now, hopefully you guys know that you are the 5th house. Like, Leo is the 5th house on that wheel I have right there. On the zodiac wheel, Leo is the 5th house. But Leo, you have your own 5th house. But this energy is kind of familiar to you, okay? Just like Aquarius. Aquarius is going through 11th house energy. And it's funny I should say Aquarius, because we do have an Aquarius showing up. Aquarius is your opposite sign, okay? They're going through 11th house energy. You're going through 5th house energy, Leo. So I don't know if there's some kind of Aquarius that you work with, because you're getting it with the 3 of Pentacles. So I'm going to talk about this first, and then I'm going to talk about it with the other Leos, because some of y'all ain't dealing with Aquarius, but some of you are. So yeah, for those of you dealing with Aquarius for this full moon cycle in your 5th house of romance, this is about working together, compromising, okay? The 3 of Pentacles is a teamwork situation, okay? It's bringing the attention to 3 different people, 3 different things you value, okay? It could be a third party, one of which is Aquarius. Okay, so there is that, especially if you guys work with an Aquarius. There may be a child here, okay, because you're in the 5th house. Now, those of you who are not dealing with an Aquarius, this is talking about keeping your faith with a work situation, okay? Because the star card is not just Aquarius, it's also faith, renewal, hope, your destiny. So there's something here about working together with your destiny, staying hopeful about something, working all together over the next month, because this is happening until July 17th. Now, the underlying energy here is the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, which is a Sagittarius, and the Ace of Wands, Leo. Wow, your underlying energy is all fire. And I was going to talk about that, you know, how Sagittarius is a fire energy. Leo is fire. I told Aries the same thing, that this is going to really spark passion in you, Leo, which is, my cards are saying this anyway. And we have another indication of Aquarius here, this time a female, with the 2 of Cups. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, Leo, you guys may have a decision to make between 2 people. Yeah, some of you guys are at a crossroads, definitely. And some of you definitely have children, because the next card out would be the Sun card, which is my Leo card. So Leo, you are definitely at a crossroads. Some of you guys, you're dealing with a Scorpio. because the next card after the sun would be the death. So yeah, I don't know if there's just some kind of ending or a beginning, because someone is going to choose to move away here because of finances. I don't know if there's some kind of job here. There will be endings and beginnings though. And some of you do have children. There may be some of the endings, some of the traveling may have to do with those children. Either way, Leo, we've got 2 2s. So you got some choices to make here, and I do feel a romantic vibe, and I also feel like there are other choices happening in your life that may or may not have that much to do with relationships. But you're definitely dealing with 2 different things you're passionate about, 2 different things that you love, 2 different things that invoke emotion in you. This may be the reconciliation of 2 people coming back together as well. Especially if you're dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius person. You may have to do some cutting out. You guys may have a conversation. There's 2 people that come together here for a conversation. Or maybe after you're at some kind of crossroads, you walk away with your clarity. It's very important that you mean what you say what you mean with this energy, Leo. If this is not someone exterior to you, I do believe that you guys may be taking on this energy. But this is the second time Aquarius energy showed up. But anyways, Leo, who cares about all that when boom, 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 you have the fire, 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 the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, sorry. The 4 of Wands is talking about a home environment. It's talking about commitment. It's a marriage. It's a twin flame. Some of you guys could be dealing with Sagittarius. If you live with Sagittarius, that's coming up. The Knight of Wands could easily be a Leo, though. It is my Sag card, but it could easily be a Leo because this is someone who's got a passionate message. Now, someone here may have commitment issues, though, because we got the commitment card, but then when we get the Knight of Wands, we always got to remember the Knight of Wands is that Sagittarius energy where they're very mutable when it comes to their passion. So somebody here may be kind of flighty. They may be in and out of your home. One minute they're passionate about you, want to marry you. The next minute they're headed to a different new beginning. Because this looks like the Knight of Wands is moving away from the 4 of Wands to the Page of Wands. The Ace of Wands. I don't know why I keep calling it Page of Wands. I think that's because this is about a passionate message, which the Knight of Wands brings, and the Page of Wands would as well. This is over the next month, Leo. There is going to be a new fiery spark. Some of you literally may have sex with a Sagittarius, okay? Others of you, Tyson, gosh. Yeah, I do see that. I do see that some of you guys may move in with certain people. There may be marriage here. I don't know if someone here is married or in a commitment. They may be married or in a commitment. Tyson, get in your bed, bud. Some of y'all got children. I can feel that vibe too. But yeah, with this 4 of Wands and this Knight of Wands charging away from the home, I don't know if this is someone who leaves the home with passion elsewhere. Could be you, Leo. I just heard a firework. So I don't know if the 4th of July is important. But yeah, I just can't help but to see this sequence of cards. Looks like the Knight of Wands is charging out of a marriage, out of a home, into another passionate start. A new passionate start. But Leo, I don't want to confuse this because some of you are dealing with other people, especially those of you who resonate with dealing with a person who's kind of flighty. You know, they may have commitment issues, or maybe this person's married. Either way, somebody here has a strong message. It could be you, Leo, but the Knight of Wands is definitely wanting a new beginning of passion, and this may be sexual, this may be something that was manifested, it's passionate, it's something that's spiritual, it was created, it's expressed, it's about action. Some of you guys are going to be taking action for a new beginning, and it may or may not have to do with a home environment or a marriage. Wow, Leo, lots of fire energy beneath the deck. Okay, your real underlying energy is the 4 of Wands, though. Commitment. I don't know if you have commitment issues, Leo, if you're dealing with someone who does. Also Sagittarius energy here, which is the Sagittarius full moon. So you might not be dealing with a Sag, but some of you are. Again, the Knight of Wands is action, very fast, and it's a message passionately. I do see a new passionate message here about marriage or moving in with someone, a home environment that might be new. So yeah, Leo, I think it's safe to say that you should keep hope alive, that you should stay inspired over this next month until the Cancer full moon. Especially when it comes to what you believe about romance, okay? Some of you guys are losing faith. Some of you guys are working too hard and you're losing that passion elsewhere. You know what I mean? Because there is something here about a marriage, and there is something here about planning. Some of you guys are trying to keep faith that this person will marry you or commit to you at least. Because the 3 of Pentacles is my marriage card, and the 4 of Wands is literally the marriage card, the home environment, the commitment. The 3 of Pentacles talks about commitment, but in this case, somebody's got to work all together. There might be 3 people involved, one of which may be a child. But yeah, it's with the star card, Aquarian energy. And for those of you who aren't dealing with Aquarius, because you guys are Leos, Aquarius represents all relationships for you. So I think this is about relationship dynamics and how well together you're working with someone. Does that make sense? And it could also be talking about job. For those of you guys who are losing faith money wise, no, keep hope alive, Leo, because there is some passion coming for you guys, honey, for sure. Okay, this might have to be something that's communicated intellectually, but wow, fire, 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 new beginnings, passionate messages. They have something to do with marriage, home environment, commitment. In Leo, this is all happening in your fifth house, so it's about pleasure, it's about creativity. Now that wand energy could definitely be, getting more creative about a home, getting more pleasure out of a marriage or commitment. Okay, and speaking your truth about that, about I need some damn fire in my life, so and so, like whoever you're speaking to. I think in this case the Queen of Swords is talking about that. That's why you have a decision to make in this relationship. Do you get enough passion? And for those of you who are single, it's like this is what you desire. This Queen of Swords is talking very clearly to this person about what they would desire passionately. All right, so this Sagittarius just wants to know what you believe about romance, Leo. Sag wants to expand your creativity and your pleasure, and Sagittarius wants to know your philosophy when it comes to romance, creativity, pleasure, and even soulmates, children, stuff like that, Leo. So hopefully this helped. You're gonna be fine with this fifth house energy. You rule the fifth house, Leo. So you're going through a cycle and completions with pleasure, but know that you embody that anyway. Know that you rule that on the zodiac wheel anyway. So there's just certain things that you're gonna know that other zodiac signs wouldn't. Okay, that's kind of home to you if it makes sense. Alrighty, let's move on to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Oh, hi, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Well, I didn't get that long to talk to you, so I may or may not pull another card, but wow, before we even get into this, Virgo, let's talk about where this full moon is happening for you. Okay, so this is a full moon bringing completions and new beginnings to your fourth house of home. Virgo, you are very mutable. Okay, Pisces, very mutable. Sagittarius is mutable, and we're going through Gemini Sagittarius energy with this full moon. So I think you're going to identify with immutability. You're going to be able to adapt to certain changes. If things end, if people walk out of your life, because we have endings coming up here, I think you're going to feel yourself kind of getting over it a little bit faster, a little bit better than, say, what you were 3 months ago. So I think you're adapting to endings, Virgo. I am picking up on that. But this is happening. Sagittarius is 4 signs away from you. Virgo, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, 4 houses away. So this has everything to do with your 4th house of home. Okay, 4th house of home stuff coming up, Virgo. And so yeah, there could definitely be certain I'm trying to get in the way of that blanket behind me. Anyways, completions going on in the home, Virgo. New beginnings when it comes to home. I know a lot of Virgos who are moving right now. I know a lot of Virgos going through certain things in their home, but we can't forget that this is also about family. Okay, so just cycles when it comes to that, Virgo. Okay, let's get to the tarot card though. We already know that this is about home, but we want to relate this to that. Okay, we had the Ten of Swords jump out hella fast, and I'm so tired of pulling this for you guys. I'm tired of pulling this for myself. Because this is endings, okay? So this tells me that this is definitely going to bring certain endings to certain things, Virgo. But there could also be pain here, right? There could definitely be pain, betrayal, backstabbing energy, like the feeling of 10 swords just lining down your chakra energy, lining down your back. This does look like a little bit of defeat. Like you guys may feel this energy, and I felt it, trust me, a couple weeks ago when there was a Gemini new moon. I felt it. Gemini is the 4th house of Pisces. I felt, now it's good because Pisces went through dark 4th house moon. We went through a new moon where there's no light. Virgo is going through a full moon in their 4th house, which means you guys are getting the light there. You're getting the illumination. So you may become aware of certain things in regards to home and family, but some of you guys, there will be endings to family stuff. There will be endings to home environments. And I think it's all about expanding yourself. Because, I want to talk a little bit about how important environment is. You know what I mean? Like, some people forget how important and how affecting one's environment. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how rich you are, how how brilliant you are. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. If you're in a shitty environment, you're a product of shit. And I'm not saying that to you, Virgo. I want to be that blunt with you so that you guys can realize the detail in the flaws in your homes. Okay, so it's just very important that you're just clearing out clutter in the home, for those of you who aren't straight up moving, because there's just, this moon is really asking Virgo to complete cycles of in family and in where they live. Now the underlying energy here is similar to Gemini, this message has come up for about 3 signs now, so this is kind of a reoccurring message. I think there's a Gemini season, and apparently this full moon in Sagittarius is bringing an ending, in some cases a painful ending, to overwhelming emotions, to illusion. Pisces and Sagittarius are both ruled by Jupiter, but something I'm realizing about Sagittarius, one of the things that are different about them, is that they're not water signs. So when it comes to beliefs, for Sagittarius, when it comes to stuff like that, they're not going to be like a Pisces would, where there's all this stuff that may or may not be real to certain people. There's all this stuff that might not be real in reality, which Virgo, no, I'm not trying to diss on Pisces. I am a Pisces, but reality is really important to you, okay? And this is the card of dreams. This is the card of subconscious fantasy, illusion. It's like there's some kind of ending here, and it might have something to do with being overwhelmed emotionally. Very similar energy to Gemini. Now I don't know if there was some deception here from the past. Now there really may be. There may be something from the past here. Now some of you are dealing with Leo. But we've got the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Swords, Virgo. So I'm feeling this is about deception, hidden agendas from the past. For those of you who were cheated on in the past, this has something to do with how overwhelmed you are emotionally. It has something to do with you putting, what I'm hearing very, very strongly. So I know this is you guys, your energy. I'm putting an end to some of these options. I'm putting an end to being an option. Some of you guys may feel like you're just another cup. You know what I mean? In the 7 of Cups picture. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be another cup on this tarot card. And neither do you, Virgo. You see what I'm saying? So you guys don't want to be an option to somebody. You want to be someone's one and only or something like that. And this has a lot to do with the deception from the past. Cheating, lying, stealing, betrayal, hidden agendas. Maybe being lied to. And it might have to do with a Leo. It might have to do with a child. This deception may be linked to children, meaning that the father or mother of your children may be deceiving you, Virgo. Be very, very careful, because the 7 of Swords is sometimes self-deception. You know, this is just a man in the army who's stealing these 7 swords. He stole 5 swords and he left 2 of them in the ground. So this might be someone around you, Virgo, who takes from you, and they don't take all of it. And for some of you, it may have to do with children. I feel that there is children-related deception here. But I also feel the need to tell some of you guys, don't deceive yourself from this soulmate connection. Okay? Because there is a soulmate connection here. And it's a very strong soulmate connection. There's a commitment here. We have Leo here. We have Taurus. We have Aries. I'll show you here. So this is about the past, Virgo. Okay? One moment here. Go, Baba. I'll be done in a minute. Alright, that's so interesting. A Virgo just got home. So just in time for the Virgo reading. But let's get back here to this. Okay, so 6 of Cups, strength. Now, 6 of Cups can sometimes be people coming back from the past, Virgo. And these may be people who weren't very honest with you. They may be people that lied or cheated, or Leo. Or you just may need to tame a situation from the past. Some of you may have Leo children, but I feel that there will be a new beginning of commitment. You may be dealing with a Taurus, but the Hierophant card is commitment and marriage, and I think you guys may have to take a risk over now keep in mind, Virgo, this is the next month, okay? So from now until the full moon in Cancer, which is going to be July 17th, over this month, you guys may have to take a risk, jump into something completely new, and it has something to do with marriage, commitment. It has something to do with faith. Like, this is a leap of faith for sure. All right, and we have the Magician card here as well. So this is oh wow, okay. It's like, this is an interesting combination here. Both major arcana, and we have the Emperor. So you're either dealing with an Aries, you could be dealing with a Pisces, you could be dealing with authority, controlling energy. The Emperor is a father figure. But yeah, Virgo, it's like your mind is being resurrected here. there may be a second opportunity to communicate with someone here over the next month, because the Judgment card is an awakening. Wow. Okay, so Virgo, you guys are going through a mental awakening. This is the card for Mercury, Gemini, Virgo energy. Okay, now there may be resources from the past that are coming up here, but what I'm really getting from the Judgment card and the Magician is literally your mind is being called. Like, there may be a phone call that you get from a boss or from an Aries, or a father figure, whatever that means. Some of you may be managers at work and stuff, but yeah, this is like a second opportunity to communicate something, a second opportunity to manifest something. There may be distractions that emerge in your life, Virgo, to kind of sway you from all this, but you're going to need to be strong. Okay, you're going to need strength. You're going to need to tame yourself mentally, especially when it comes to thoughts from the past for some reason. It's probably this fourth house moon. You know, you're going to need to be strong because the past is here. Between the Six of Cups and the Judgment, yeah, there's something about the literal past when it comes to the Strength card and the Mercury. Now, that's mental strength there too. Okay, a lot of Virgos out there need to be told that you guys are so mentally strong. Could be communicating with a Leo as well, just to kind of put that out there. But Virgo, there's a general message here stewing, and this has to do with deception, a hidden agenda. But for some reason I just left these cards out not in order, and I think it's because this is important for you. The Fool and the Hierophant. But the card that came out was that Ten of Swords. The bottom of the deck was the Seven of Cups. So I think there's an option here to end something. Over the next month, you guys may have an option, because this is all about options. You're going to have options. You're going to be overwhelmed emotionally, Virgo. I mean, it's a fourth house full moon. The fourth house is all about emotion. It's that Cancer energy. And yeah, Virgo. Now, one of these options may be to commit, because we have the Hierophant here. There may be a Taurus, but back to what I was saying, like, yeah, some of these, this is the ending to some options for you. It's the ending to emotional confusion. I do want to admit to say that too. But the card that came out, Virgo, is the Ten of Swords. So this is going to be the ending to a painful cycle, which I like to look at the Ten of Swords like that, because it's much better than just saying, oh, this is just going to be an ending. Like, there will be endings, Virgo. You will feel like a guy on the ground with 10 swords in your back. But this is all so that you can come out of this full moon cycle into another cycle. And you know, the card after this is the Ace of Swords. So you got to go through this energy in order to start over mentally, in order to have new victory. So there will be pain and betrayal, backstab energy. You'll feel hurt. You know, there'll be endings. But please know that this is all so that the light at the end of the tunnel can shine on a situation. But I do feel like, yeah, this is the option to end something. This is ending something so that you're not an option. You know, and you know, with this card, it does talk about just choosing something, Virgo. Like, I guess if you stand here long enough and you don't choose to do something, if you don't make up your mind, Virgo, then there might be endings. You know, there may be missed opportunities here. So don't allow yourself to remain emotionally overwhelmed all month, okay? Because there's some magical stuff that wants to come in place of these endings over the next month, okay? You just got to get those swords out of your back, and don't accept victimness. Don't accept being the victim. Don't accept loss and endings, because the Ten of Swords guy, what you don't see in this tarot card is when he decides to get up and walk towards that sunset or sunrise, whatever. And he takes one of those swords out of his back and keeps it for clarity, keeps it for his truth and for victory, and he starts over. Okay, this is the ending, Virgo. You're getting a card that represents an end, telling me that similar to Gemini, yeah, you guys are gonna, this full moon definitely is bringing certain endings, some of which will be painful, all of which are necessary. Okay, Virgo. Now, I want to ask you what you guys believe about family. Now, family expansion is coming up here. So that means that there may be some expansion. There may be some people coming in and out of your home. There may be, you know, new baby news or something like that. I just think your family is expanding. Now, this could also be a soul family, too. You could be expanding your soul family. There may be some traveling to see family. But either way, Virgo, this is about what you're discovering about family and what it truly means. And, you know, family are the people that are closest to you, that are there for you, not necessarily blood. Okay, I don't think family is blood at all. And I'm really just getting a home vibe. So some of you guys may have to end a confusing home environment. And this is about your foundation, Virgo. Something is ending with this full moon in Sag so that you can build a better foundation elsewhere, whatever that may mean. And your beliefs are coming up here. Expansion. That you may be going on a new adventure that requires you to move, that requires you to shift your energy. All right, and keep in mind, Sagittarius, although it squares you, I didn't mention that, Sag does square you, Virgo, and Sag squares Pisces too. So it is about compromise coming up here with this full moon. There may be certain compromises with family or home environments. You may have to meet certain people halfway with this energy, because that's what a 90-degree angle causes, okay? And that's what Virgo and Sag create on the zodiac wheel, a harsh 90-degree angle of compromise. But what I was going to say is that Sag and Gemini and Virgo and Pisces were all mutable. So I just trust this energy. I know it's going to cause a lot of changes, but Sag knows what they're doing, all right? This energy is extremely magical. So hopefully this helped. Virgo, trust the changes. Trust and believe is what I almost said. Trust and believe in the changes happening in your home and into your family, so that you can expand and go on a brand new adventure next month. And it might involve romance next month with the 5th house full moon in Capricorn, okay? Hopefully that helped, Virgo. Let's move to Libra. What's the full moon in Sagittarius message for Libra? What's the Sagittarius full moon message for Libra? Sagittarius full moon message for Libra. Interesting. Okay. Libra, let's talk a little bit about the full moon before we show the cards. So this is your 3rd house of communication, Libra. Okay. Sag is 3 houses away from you. So this is a full moon of bringing new beginnings and completions to what it is that you say, what it is that you think, what you're communicating, even yourself, inner dialogue. We do have some communication coming up here. The 3rd house is also about short distance travel. Excuse me, so this might be bringing certain cycles to completion when it comes to those energies too. You may have to travel a short distance to communicate with somebody. You know, this is an opportunity for you to communicate with this full moon though as well. I just wanted to put that out there, because when you go through 3rd house moons, new moons, full moons, it opens up a line of communication. So pay attention to the conversations that are coming in and out, or whatever it is that is said to you or that you say, Libra, over the next month, from now until the full moon in Cancer on July 17th. What you say over the next month is important, Libra, and what other people say to you, because it's, you know, this might be one of those things where someone says a certain thing to you, or there's certain conversations about endings, okay? You guys may have certain conversations about beliefs. You guys may have certain conversations about expansion, and maybe some of you guys communicate at like a school setting or anything like that. You may be communicating about your beliefs, Libra. Anyway, yeah, I do see that. I actually see that, period. I think that's the main message here for you guys, but the card that came out is the Hierophant. I've been seeing this card a lot during this video. So we have a Taurus. Some of you guys may communicate with Taurus. Now, this might be communication in a marriage too, or a commitment, because the Hierophant's all about tradition. Okay, this is about the traditional words that you should use, Libra, like what you would traditionally say. That might not be, this is about what you traditionally say changing, because there is a full moon in your 3rd house. So there's new beginnings. Like, you guys are going to start thinking new things. You guys are going to start communicating in new ways, because there's endings there. And I do feel that you guys are going to be communicating about endings too. And yeah, the Hierophant is about tradition. Right? It's about traditional beliefs, faith. It's Taurus energy. It's about commitment. So you could be communicating about any of those things, especially because the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's air energy. But it's also a younger energy, so you could be dealing with someone who's younger. You may be younger than someone, Libra. This does look like a young air sign to me. But it's also the spy card. So I don't know if there's anyone here who's traditionally spying on somebody. This could be social media. Someone could be spying on someone who's married. Someone here may have something to say to someone who's married, or maybe Taurus. You guys want to really think about what you're communicating to Taurus, which is interesting because Taurus is your planetary sister. You guys are both ruled by Venus. So if it's not a Taurus that's linked to this spying energy, or that's linked to this truth, because you got to remember, the Page of Swords is coming in with a very quick message, okay? Page of Swords has, now he's not the Knight of Swords, so he's not in the pursuit. He's not taking action about this truth. He's not in the pursuit, or he's not on a quest for truth, but everything begins somewhere, and the Page of Swords is what begins the truth anyways, because he's spied. Some of you need more information about something, okay? The Page of Swords is my more information seeker. He's an investigator. That's why he's spying. That's why he's wanting more truth. Some of you guys may want the truth about if someone's already in a commitment. Are you already married? Are you already in a commitment elsewhere? Like, you might be spying. You may want to investigate to see if a person's married. Could be spying on a Taurus or someone who's married, or Something like that, Libra. But again, remember, Sagittarius is your third house. Making beliefs and communication about those beliefs an always important thing. It's always important for Libra, because Sagittarius is always your third house on the wheel. So the fact that the Hierophant is a card for beliefs and faith, and the Page of Swords is a card for communication, we literally have a message here about communicating your beliefs. Some of you guys might want to ask yourself, what is it that you believe about this communication? That's coming up right in your message and in the astrological chart. Now, we do have a Sagittarius here, the Knight of Wands. This is a passionate message. Okay, with these two cards as your underlying energy, there may be something that's coming in quite fast from an Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody who was left out in the cold. Some of you are dealing with a younger Sagittarius or something like that. But this looks like someone who may be in and out of your life. The Knight of Wands gets a bad rep for being in and out of people's life. And so I don't know if that person is spying, or if you're trying to get more information about this person who just doesn't stick around for long enough for you to know anything. You know, you may be dealing with financial battles as well, Libra, and we do have the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, fire energy for sure. So there's a lot you're expressing. Be careful of your temper, Libra. Be careful of any battles that you get into in regards to unemployment, job stuff, financial conflict. There is something that needs to change about this situation. Someone feels left out in the cold. But yeah, you guys could be communicating with fire signs, or just, this is about expression. This is about taking action. Someone is spying a little bit. Someone requires a bit more information before they do take action, I'm seeing. But I can't make this shit up. This is definitely someone who's communicating about what they feel is traditional in this case, what they believe in this case. Yeah, there's definitely an underlying energy here, Libra, which I feel like you are the Page of Swords, because you're just an air sign, you know? So I feel like you are the Page of Swords. Some of you, that may be someone who's spying on you, though. I don't want to leave that out. And you are going through third house energy, so remember what I said. You got to mean what you say and say what you mean over this energy, because what you say, Libra, your words are manifesting. Like, this is the void. This full moon is going to speak directly to you. It's going to have things to say to you, okay? And it's going to show you certain clarity. The Page of Swords brings clarity. It's a new beginning of truth. So I think, you know, things are going to be said to you. You're going to say things, but it's all about remaining grounded to what you believe, Libra, and what's traditional for you. You know, the key to that. Some of you may be married. Some of you, there may be commitment coming up here too with the Hierophant card. But I feel like this is more of a belief energy. And I just pulled the Ten of Swords, so that card has showed up for Virgo and Gemini so far. I don't know if there's going to be an ending to a commitment or an ending to a marriage because of what this Page of Swords energy brings in. But I just know that there is new beginnings happening with the way Libra communicates. You guys may be trying to communicate in a more traditional, grounded way, especially those of you who are communicating in commitments with people or in marriages. Okay, this is like communicating in a very traditional setting. Some of you guys may actually have to speak in front of people, you know, like where many people are listening. A lot of people are watching you. Like, I do see someone here who's giving a speech and there's a lot of eyes on them. There's a lot of people watching them. So maybe it's very literal in this case, Libra, that what you say during this third house full moon is going to bring about new beginnings and completions. This is a cycle of communication for you, Libra. And it's even more important because you're an air sign, and air signs symbolize communication. So what do you believe, Libra? Are you going to speak out about that? Are you guys going to start speaking your truth about what you consider beliefs and what you believe in, what you consider commitment to be? There's a lot of stuff that needs to be talked about during this cycle. And I really hope that resonated, guys, because it seemed like a very specific message. And we do have a Taurus here for some of you, okay? All right, Libra. Let's move into Scorpio energy. Whoa, I almost just seen the Eight of Cups, which is my Scorpio card. And now we have the King of Swords coming out. I don't feel right about it, though. Okay, some of you guys could be hanging on to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Four of Pentacles here and the Hierophant. And the Three of Cups is also wanting to show. I don't like that, Scorpio. I'm going to shuffle again, but some of you guys might be taking on this energy. You may have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy to help you in your chart be more clear, be more intellectual, and cut certain things out, especially things that you're needing to let go of. Certain conversations, Scorpio, but let's shuffle here for you. So what is the full moon in Sagittarius? Some of you are dealing with a Libra, by the way. Wow. All right. So I shuffled again, and you got a hell of a message, Scorpio. Before we talk about this, I want to bring your attention to the second house of finances. And I want to move in front of my bed because this camera is weird looking. Okay. So, yeah, Scorpio, this is the second house for you. Sagittarius, you already went through a full moon last month, right? And that was your first house. So now you're going through second house full moon. It's bringing completions and new beginnings to your possessions, what you own, Scorpio, what belongs to you, you know, your worth, your values. And just like I told Taurus, you guys might want to watch the Taurus reading because Taurus is your opposite sign and they're going through 8th house energy. Scorpio, that's you. And you're going through 2nd house energy, and that's Taurus. So this is going to be kind of foreign to you because you guys are used to sharing things. You're used to shared resources. You're used to representing other people's money and transformation happening there, death, rebirth. But you're going through 2nd house full moon energy with the Sagittarius full moon. So this is about you, Scorpio, what you own, your possessions, your values, your resources, your money. Okay, completions and new beginnings. So what do you believe about all that, Scorpio? How's this next month, from now until July 17th? You know, I think you're going to be learning a lot more about finances. There may be certain expansion happening there to your own resources. I do feel an energy where in order for that to happen, you're going to have to not share as much. You're going to have to, you know, I'm kind of seeing the 6 of Pentacles in my head where you're not giving more away than what you're getting. You're not getting more than what you're giving, Scorpio. Anyways, guys, yeah, the card that came out was the Moon card. I can't remember if you guys got this last month. I don't think you did, but we got the Moon card, so some of you are straight up dealing with a Pisces. I do see Pisces energy here, but you're getting the Moon for a full moon message, so it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could also be a Cancer, but this is the ruling card for Pisces, Scorpio. But let's just ignore that for a moment, okay? Because the Moon card has a much deeper meaning I'm feeling for you this month. The moon is a very secretive object, okay? It comes out at nighttime, so it illuminates what's hidden. You know, this is a very emerging energy. This is something emerging. So you're finally kind of out of that full moon in Scorpio energy. I know the last month has been really intense for you guys. You guys are going through death with Gemini energy being your 8th house as well. But yeah, you guys have really emerged from the depths. Okay, you can even see it here with this little crawdad or whatever. You guys have definitely went through a deep purging process, and so now this Sagittarius full moon is kind of coming, and it'll take a little bit of that heaviness off, Scorpio, of this deep energy. But keep in mind, the Scorpio full moon is kind of beneath the scenes happening until the new moon in Scorpio 6 months from now. But I just wanted to tell you guys that I think you're going to feel a little bit of a release from the underworld with this Sagittarius full moon. You know, there's a reason Sag is right after you, because Scorpio is the underworld and Sagittarius is the heavenly realms, Archangel Michael kind of energy. And then it's no mistake that the devil, Capricorn energy is right after that. So Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, very hell and heaven vibration, for lack of better terms, because I think those are metaphors. But this moon is hiding something. This is secrets that you may or may not have or know over the next month, Scorpio. It's going to be extremely hard for other people to hide and keep secrets from you because you're in a very subconscious state with this moon. I think it's the full moon has just changed you guys. So you're very intuitive, very psychic, very in tune with your emotions. The bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups, which is another Pisces card. I mean, some of you guys definitely might be connecting with a Pisces over the next month, and it may or may not be a conversation that needs to take place over, you know, all these different options you have. I mean, you guys have a lot of water energy here as your message, and you know, it makes sense why the King of Swords jumped out first, because you guys are going to need to be very intellectual about this. You're going to need to be very clear, and clarity is going to be very important. The truth, Scorpio, is very important to you. And I say that as I look down at the 7 of Swords, which is a liar. Okay, just like Virgo, you guys are dealing with deception from the past, soulmate deception, deception when it comes to children, lies, someone trying to get away with something. Maybe there's someone here who's trying to take certain children away or something like that. You know, and I didn't mention that for Virgo, but I'm seeing it now. But here you go. Some of you guys are really overwhelmed when it comes to options. Okay. But yeah, this may be a conversation with a Pisces that needs to happen, or a water sign, or just a conversation emotionally. It doesn't have to be a Pisces, but this is hella Pisces energy. I'm gonna say that. The Page of Cups is an apology. Some of you guys are gonna receive apologies. Maybe you guys are apologizing to a Scorpio. Um, Maybe some of you guys are receiving apologies. Did I say apologizing to a Scorpio? I meant Pisces. There's just a distraction outside there's someone who's doing the dishes out there and it's distracting me. But yeah, this looks like an apology because someone kept a secret. This might be a secret apology. I do see secret love here too, because the Page of Cups is about love. It's a very, very subtle but cute love offer. So there might be secret feelings that you have for someone here, Scorpio. I do feel a soulmate energy here with the Page of Cups and the Moon. It's like this is a conversation that needs to take place at a soul emotional level for some of you. And I do feel like there might be an apology to a Pisces that's significant. It might be an apology to a Cancer, or just an apology from a soul level where you're really sorry at a soul level, or this is someone to you. I do feel that there are certain apologies. And you know, Scorpio, this is all in your second house. So I don't know if you're starting to value your emotions more or something like that. I'm really not sure, because the moon is hiding this. It's like you got to follow your intuition about this conversation that needs to take place. This is a younger person too. Some of you guys, this is children. It's interesting. I'm feeling a soulmate vibe here and a children vibe, and we do have the Six of Cups here, which is soulmate and children. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a Leo, okay, or a Virgo, Gemini energy. But yeah, this is your message for the full moon in your second house. I think you guys are starting to value your emotions more. I think you're starting to understand value at a soul level, not just exchange monetarily or like financially, but what someone gives you emotionally. Like, it's not about, like, some of you guys are, it's not materialistic at all. Like, you're like, what can you give my soul, bro? Like, I don't care how much money you have or whatever. Like, what can you give my soul? What can you offer my soul? Because this is an offer coming down and it's being hidden. Because we want to remember here, okay, that we have the moon that came out for you. So this is a secret, Scorpio. You have to follow your intuition. There's something you're hiding. There's something being hidden from you. This may become illuminated on the full moon over the next month. And the Page of Cups here, in this case, this is an apology or a love offer that comes in, or maybe a child that's involved here. And it results in like overwhelmingness. Like someone comes in and expresses something to you, and it overwhelms the hell out of you guys over the next month, because you guys already have enough going on with money and stuff. And then like this person comes in and adds another cup to your repertoire of emotional confusingness. Okay, I had a thought the other day that came to me about Scorpio, and I'm going to share it with you guys, even if you get mad. It's deep emotions are like a magnet for Scorpio, but not their own, of course. That literally came to me. I'm going to post it as a status soon. But yeah, like this is that deep emotion, you know, being a magnet for you guys. And I think that this is confusing. I think this is an option for romance. Okay, because the Seven of Cups is all about options, and the Page of Cups is all about romance. One of these options this might be with a younger water sign or something. But we have the Seven of Swords, so I think this is like, you want to be careful of deception. Okay, you definitely do, especially if you're dealing with someone who cheated on you in the past, one of which may be a Leo. Someone may have a Leo child or something, or children with a Leo. I'm not sure, Scorpio, but this is a soulmate. Some of you have a Leo from the past here that you want to communicate with. Yeah, some of you, there's a phone call here. You might want to watch the Virgo reading, because your reading is coinciding with the Virgo reading. But Scorpio, why do I feel like none of this matters that I'm saying to you? Because it's all hidden. Why do I feel like none of this is out in the open yet? So I do want to respect the moon card for what it stands for. I do want to mention that this is talking about fears, though. The moon can sometimes be our fears of a shadow side. Some of you guys might apologize, like, I'm sorry, I'm just afraid, you know. Some of you may be afraid to express your love for a person. Some of you guys may be afraid of something involving children, because I just feel like this is the moon here that may be definitely causing certain fears. 1 second, Scorpio. Dad, get up there on your bed, Tyson. My chihuahua was just so rude and just barged in the room while I'm recording. So I don't know if that means something. I mean, I just want to say, Scorpio, that there may be, There just may be things that involve that too. So invasion of privacy. Some of you guys are afraid of, emotional privacy in this circumstance. Because I'm just taking my situation and relating it to your reading, because every sign before Scorpio was very peaceful, and then a person came home and it's like very distracting and stuff like that. So I don't know if there's just something that you can take from those words, but it's like it really doesn't matter because you got the moon, and when you get the moon card, it's all about what you know subconsciously. Pay attention to your dreams, Scorpio. Pay attention to your emotions and what you feel at a soul level when it comes to this conversation, this offer. I feel like your soul may even be communicating certain things with you around this time, okay? And then we have the Seven of Cups. This is basically the Eight of Cups. Wow, I'm so happy I didn't just rush through your reading and just try to go to the next sign, because the Page of Cups is putting another cup into this Seven of Cups. So basically 7 plus 1, which is the Page. You got the Eight of Cups. And I think I mentioned the Eight of Cups almost popping out a while ago when I first started your reading. So there is an indication here of someone who walked away. Someone who may walk away to go on a soul journey. Yeah, the Eight of Cups is basically here in your reading, but it's a secret. Okay, 7 plus 1 is 8. Some of you guys are walking away. Some people are walking away from you. But it's about what you've invested in emotionally. Okay? Emotional investment. Maybe some of you feel drained, but yeah, this Page of Cups seems subtle and sweet. It's so many different things. It's love for some of you. It's children. It's a conversation. It's expressing emotions that you've hidden, Scorpio, to certain people that you have feelings for. Okay? But yeah, you're hiding something, Scorpio, and I get obsessed with this energy, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to ask you what you believe about all this. This is literally the moon, okay? So you're tapping into that moon energy for sure around this time, and very subconscious energy, very intuitive. Pay attention to your dreams, and what is it that you believe about your own value, Scorpio? What is it that you believe, and how can you expand your own resources? Some of you may have to travel for money or something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask you, is basically what this full moon in Sagittarius is gonna teach you. It's like, just wants to know your knowledge basically of your own value. But what you got coming out, what you had come out, is a bunch of emotional energy, especially emotion from the past, because we've got water, 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 water in that Seven of Swords. So some of you guys are confused about cheating energy or stealing or sneaky energy, okay? Hopefully that helps, Scorpio. I mean, you got the moon, so I gotta step back and let you guys deal with that. I just pulled the Ten of Swords, though, from the opposite end of the deck, and, Virgo got that card. So some of you are dealing with Virgo, okay? I don't know if someone has a Pisces moon here or something. All right, Scorpio. Hopefully that helped. Let's move into Sagittarius energy. Okay, wow. Sagittarius, I don't know if this is for you or not, but this card keeps coming up for people during this full moon, honestly. I just talked to Scorpio, and they have this card. So this may very well be a piggyback message for the Scorpio reading, because it happened very quickly. But I just wanted to take the time to express it to you as well. That I think your energy, because this is your full moon, this is a full moon in your sign. And I think your energy is really trying to bring endings to emotional deception and confusion, because this is the Seven of Cups. It's all these options. Some of us just may have a lot of options around this time. Sagittarius, you guys, a lot of people, they associate you with having a lot of options because you're a mutable sign. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are feeling emotionally confused or overwhelmed around this time of the full moon, Sag. You could, because it's in your first house. This is going to bring completions and new beginnings to you. So yeah, that card came out to show me that, yeah, even Sag is in this mysterious realm. Gemini did receive that card. So, just be careful of deception when it comes to the different choices that you have, because some of these choices may be an illusion from the past. Let's very much focus on you, Sag, though, because this is an important full moon for you, and we've got cards popping out, okay? We have the Four of Wands. I don't know if some of you are dealing with Leo, because I do remember in the Leo reading that the Four of Wands came out with the Knight of Wands right behind it. So I don't know if you guys are in commitments with Leo. Sag, the Four of Wands obviously came out before we could even talk about this first house full moon for you. So this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This full moon is bringing completions and new beginnings to your personality. How it is that you're seen amongst other people in your aura. Okay, that's what the first house is all about. In this case, Sagittarius, you represent beliefs for all of us. Okay, you represent knowledge, higher knowledge for all of us. So I'm really honored to give you guys this message. But yeah, this is about marriage for some of you guys. It's a twin flame for some of you, but it is romantic. This is about where you live, your home environment, a commitment, a celebration. This might be a cycle of celebration, but the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. So I don't know if there's any specific arguments for someone here in a home environment. There does look like there's some conflict here in a home environment. Some of you guys just might be going through home conflicts with this full moon for whatever reason. Maybe you have more to do with this energy than what you think, Sagittarius. I almost said Scorpio, so you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. If you guys are married, then some of you guys could be going through like arguments within marriages. There could be a certain argument in a home environment or at a celebration. I don't know if any of you guys have went to weddings, but this is the wedding card, and I don't know if that caused certain conflict, because even beyond that, we have the Seven of Wands. So it's like, you guys need to stand up for yourself over this next month, because you guys have been patient, you know, being the Temperance card or whatever. But when a Sagittarius snaps, they snap, okay? And it's like, after this Gemini season passes by, you know, when we move into Cancer season, that might be when this emotion starts to flow. But I do feel like this is something that needs to change about the way someone's communicating about a home environment, a commitment, at a celebration, in a relationship. This is basically those of you guys who are in relationships. And if you're single, there's just some conflict there with that. It might be a friend, because this does look like a friend to me sometimes. Okay, the Five of Swords there's a heartbreaking decision here for someone, because we have the Three of Swords in that person's hand, and then there's two swords on the ground. So there might have been a decision that someone made that was like heartbreaking or betraying, especially if you're in a commitment or a marriage. But the Five of Swords is the I don't want to fight anymore card, because you can see the two people in the background, they don't put their sword down. Like, they don't want to argue anymore. And I think it has something to do with the home environment. Like, someone here just does not want to fight anymore. They do not want to argue. It doesn't matter if they get the last word. You know what I mean? This person in green wants the last word. This could be someone in your life, Sagittarius, who just wants to win at all costs. Like, they could be very, very selfish in that way, and you may live with them. You know, I think there's certain arguments about home or in a home environment. But what I need to tell you guys is that when it comes to this argument, be very careful of just laying down your sword, because we have the Seven of Wands after that. And that's the stand up for yourself card. Like, you guys need to stand up. This is wand energy too. Make sure you're standing up for yourself and holding your ground in these arguments. Okay, don't just submit, Sagittarius, because, you know, this is a very interesting message too, because we have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups. And if you can see in both of these cards, there is a hand coming down from the sky. But the Four of Cups is a missed opportunity. So I don't know if there's anyone here who feels like they missed an opportunity over the next month on new love. Or maybe they missed an opportunity here to express emotion to somebody. Someone may miss an opportunity of new love with you, Sag. But when these two cards come out, I mean, it's basically the Five of Cups. So some of you could also be feeling disappointed. You could be feeling maybe even depressed, pessimistic, like over something that didn't work out, because here you're very much focused on something. You know, this whole Sagittarius full moon energy is going to be happening between now and July 17th. So yeah, I think there's an opportunity here that's trying to come in for you or from you, Sagittarius, and you want to be careful not to miss an opportunity of a new emotional beginning. It might not be love. It does look like new love for some of you guys. It could be with a Cancer, or maybe this has to do with Cancer season, because we do have the Chariot and the Lovers. Okay, so Gemini, Cancer energy here. Gemini's your opposite sign. So yeah, this is like victory when it comes to relationships. But you just want to be careful, Sagittarius, because this message here is someone here who's in emotional contemplation. It's like there's some kind of new love brewing up. Some of you guys are finding yourself in new relationships, and that's because Venus just transited your 7th house of relationships, and the Sun is in your 7th house of relationship. So you're becoming aware of certain stuff about relationships, partnerships, whatever it might be. Because the Four of Cups, yes, it is sometimes a missed opportunity. But sometimes this is an ignored opportunity. Like, you can see there's a cup here being offered to you, and it's like you're focused on these 3 cups. You might be focused on a third party elsewhere, or 3 things, 3 different emotions that you have. So much so, like, you know what you want because you've spent so much time focusing on it. Like, you've spent a lot of time emotionally reminiscing about what you want to feel, how your partner looks, whatever it might be. So you see, these are people that are offering you certain things. Because let's face it, Sag, you're very attractive, right? All Sagittariuses are attractive in their own way. You guys are fun people. It's great. But it's like, maybe this is just not the cup you were looking for. Because why would somebody ignore the Ace of Cups? Like, you do not want this new beginning. It could be a child. All right, this is about your emotional foundation with a certain person, and then we get into the Chariot and the Lovers. So I don't know if someone's at a distance here and they need to, there's a car, and then they need to travel. Someone here, there might be communication from afar, but then we have the Knight of Swords, or the Knight of Wands, I'm sorry. Yeah, someone's spying on you, Sagittarius. They have something to say to you, and they're probably at a distance from you, or there's just some kind of choice here. You know, there is a choice here, Sagittarius, and also financial battles and conflict, just like Libra got. But yeah, you can see here, this is literally someone spying on you. You are the Knight of Wands to me. Now, that could also be an Aries or a Leo or another Sagittarius, and you could be spying on them. But I think there's going to be some truth that this full moon brings in for you guys. I think it's going to result in certain choices that you have to make as far as moving forward from a relationship. Certain home environments coming up here as well, Sagittarius, and missed opportunities that, you know, I think some of you guys may purposely miss certain opportunities because they're just not what you're looking for emotionally. You know, it's just not what you want. You know what you want. The card that came out is the Four of Wands, though. So commitment is coming up here, Sag. All right. Might be certain arguments. There might be commitment arguments. Someone here might be arguing about marriage or something like that. But my main message for you is to stand up for this new beginning for yourself so that you don't miss this opportunity if you don't want to. Because this right here is like a lot of battling energy. I want to shuffle and get you guys one more card. Just cause, Sag, why not? Alright, and the card that came out is the Eight of Cups. Okay, similar to what Scorpio received. You guys might be dealing with a Scorpio, and we have this big full moon right here in this card. So, you know, the cards speak for themselves. Some of you guys are going to be walking away from marriages, walking away from home environments. You're going to be going on soul journeys, okay, to basically cleanse yourself of any emotional, like, drainage. You know, these cups here, they represent something that you were emotionally attached to that was draining you. And this is that full moon right here. This is the full moon in Cancer next month. So between now and then, you're going to be walking away from, you know, just lots of stuff. In this case, I think the Four of Wands represents home, family, friends, relationship stuff, commitments, celebrations, you know, marriages. Yeah. And, you know, now the bottom of your deck is the Fool. So you may be walking away from a marriage to jump into a new relationship or something. This is about a new beginning, a risk. Might be a risk to walk away. All right, you might jump into something new, Sagittarius. We have the Knight of Swords here. There might be a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You might rush in. You might make this decision very quickly to be single. Yeah, we've got some air energy here for you for sure. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just single. Some of you guys feel single. There's a choice. Just like Leo's message, there's a choice here between two people. You might be dealing with a Leo, or you might have children. But yeah, I don't know if it's like someone walked away from marriage and they may want to jump back in and risk it or something like that. Walked away from a home environment over the next month and they may want to, because you see the Fool is jumping back into that direction. So right here, this is like a risk to walk away and turn back around or something. Someone may want to do this to you, Sag. This might be someone who wants you to take a risk with them even though you're like out the door. Okay, there's definitely going to be some walking away from stuff, and there's definitely going to be new beginnings, which I love to see. But this is your message, Sag. Okay, this full moon is about walking away from certain commitments that you don't believe in anymore, ridding yourself from certain emotional stuff that just doesn't align with your soul anymore, because you're going on a soul journey. You know, that's what this whole full moon in Sagittarius is about. This is a good card for the moon in Sag because it talks about soul discovery. So I think since Sagittarius is about discovery and the moon is about our soul, this whole Sagittarius full moon is about, you know, completions and new beginnings that'll help us discover our soul in a more in-depth way. Okay, Sag? This is in your first house, so really what I have to ask you is, what is it that you believe about yourself? You know what I mean? Like, how can you expand who you are and how you're seen to other people? Your personality expansion, and also, you know, just what it is that you believe about yourself. You know, and also believing in yourself, Sag. Believing in yourself enough to take this leap of faith. You could be dealing with an Aries, by the way. But yeah, you're going to need to believe in yourself, because that's what you represent, Sag, is belief, philosophy. So what is your self-philosophy? What is it about your philosophy when it comes to you? Your self-fulfilling philosophies. All right, I love your energy. This has been a great full moon, and I hope that this message helps you guys, okay? Let's move to Capricorn energy. Full moon in Sagittarius. Message for Capricorn. What is the message for Capricorn for the Sagittarius full moon? Capricorn energy. Now, we almost just had the Emperor, okay, which is an Aries. You guys, this is about control, though, and power, authority, and we almost just had the Four of Wands. Don't tell me. Yeah, some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, because this was also, yeah, you could be dealing with an Aries, or maybe this is a father figure, okay, or something, the man of the house. There's something like that. Because this was, I don't know, Capricorn, this is like a new beginning in a home environment. You guys might be leaping in. It's like taking a risk with a home environment over the next month. Or a marriage, a commitment, jumping into commitments, which, you know, Capricorn, you guys are all about commitment. What's the Capricorn message for the full moon? So we got the Ten of Wands and the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, you know how we just had that Fool and the Four of Wands come out? That's still a bottom energy. And please know that Gemini and Aries got this message as well. So you might want to cross-watch for certain energy. Yeah, there's some heaviness as well, Capricorn. This is a bit different for you than what it would be for anyone else. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. But since you guys are such hard workers, Capricorn, I read the Ten of Wands a bit differently for you guys, because you know, I know how it is, because, you know, I'm a Capricorn rising. But honestly, I always get a different vibe from the Ten of Wands, because you guys almost embrace this hard work. But I still do need to talk about burdens, because just because you guys are hard workers and used to this amount of responsibility, that does not mean that this doesn't get heavy for you, because this Sagittarius full moon doesn't want people to move into the next moon cycle burdened. Sagittarius doesn't like heavy burdens of responsibility. Like, where's the adventure in that? You know, where is the discovery in that? What can you discover about burdens other than the fact that you need to drop them? Like, people, places, and things that are just getting too heavy, Capricorn, and it's definitely an ending to a cycle, because you're getting a 10. And the underlying energy is what I'm extremely, you know, interested in, because we have the Five of Cups now showing up with that Four of Wands and that Fool. So I don't know if some of you guys are disappointed about something in a home environment in this new beginning. Like, you might be disappointed in this. You know, for some reason, there's this new beginning, this new commitment, this, maybe some of you guys are with Aries. Oh, excuse my stomach. I'm so hungry right now. This risk in this home environment, it's going to involve you seeing something differently. It's going to involve like a leap of faith into a completely new home, completely new marriage, commitment, something like that. But it has something to do as well. Like, you guys are not going to be doing this without feeling a little bit of loss, a little bit of regret for some reason. You might miss the old home environments. You might miss the old way of the marriage or the commitment. You know, there's just something here. There's some conflict here emotionally that you guys are feeling about this new beginning and commitment. You know, there's a wedding here. There's a new beginning. I don't know if someone's jumping into marriage here or jumping into a wedding or something like that. You're going to need to see it differently. Now, some of you are dealing with a Leo, an Aries, a Sag, or maybe a Pisces, because we have Neptune retrograde here. Pisces energy. And we have the Devil. So I know that this is something for you, Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, you're juggling. Yeah, you guys are juggling right now to ensure your future. This is what's right behind the Devil card. And some of you are definitely dealing with Leo women, males, or just fiery women, or maybe it's the other woman, Capricorn. But this right here is somebody who is juggling. They got a choice to make between the now and the then. They're juggling this home environment. There's like some financial stress here. You have a choice to make about a home environment. There may be two different homes, because the Ten of Pentacles is my Capricorn card. It's the career card. It's financial success. And you're juggling a whole lot now so that you can feel financially secure in your future. Seriously, Capricorn energy. I mean, even your card is here. All right. So is it becoming toxic? The amount that you're juggling now, the choices that you're going to have to make over the next month. There could be an indication here that someone feels tied to whatever they're juggling. These two different things you value or something like that. Like, you may feel tied. It may be toxic. It may be, you guys may be addicted to working this hard, but be mindful of all that you're juggling. And now, Capricorn, I haven't even talked to you yet about where this full moon is happening for you. This is happening in your 12th house. And I'm a Capricorn rising, so I also have a Sagittarius 12th house. And so I feel ya. Like, the dream realm right now, like, there's a lot of dreams coming up. Like, this full moon is basically happening in your dreams, okay? When you go through 12th house energy, you're basically asleep during the energy. So you may feel a bit dazed and confused, Capricorn, about this full moon, even though there's very real stuff happening in your life, in your reality. This is still bringing the energy and the attention to what's going on behind the scenes for you. So your subconscious is being completely illuminated with light, and the subconscious is a typically dark thing. And when the full moon goes there, it just brings a bunch of light and a bunch of awareness. It's like all of a sudden you're like, it's like dreaming with your eyes open, honestly. The full moon is an eyes wide open energy, and the full moon in the 12th house is asleep. So it's like your eyes are like, one's open and one ain't. So that's how crazy you might look, Capricorn, these days, like because of all this stuff. But yeah, the message that came out for you is the Ten of Wands. I'm gonna shuffle again and get you another card, but it looks like this burden might have to do with regret, disappointment, loss, conflict emotionally. Some of you are conflicted emotionally about this new beginning in a relationship or a home environment, or both. Because I'm telling you, there's definitely this message here where there's some burdens here from the past, regret, like, why did I carry all that? Why did I commit to that? So why did the Ten of Wands come out for Capricorn for the Sagittarius full moon? Please clarify the Ten of Wands. Okay, and we got a couple jumpers. The Knight of Cups came out, and then the Nine of Pentacles. So we got a Pisces energy here, but the Knight of Cups could be Cancer, Scorpio. It could be anybody who's expressing love. Like, there might be love coming up here, Capricorn. Like, this might be, yeah, I see that this is emotional burdens. Like, some of you guys are on a quest for romance and happiness, but it's like that's getting heavy for you because you're trying to be self-sufficient, Capricorn. Like, you're not really, most of you guys are not like overly concerned with this lover, this romance and all that fuzzy stuff. And that's speaking to me, because trust me, I'm a Pisces, so I'm like usually this Knight of Cups, but lately, like, I'm just really focused on, you know, all this other shit I'm carrying around. Because some of you guys, there's like singleness here. This is a single woman, single man if you're a man watching, and it's like self-sufficiency. I think you guys are really dropping certain burdens of relationships and emotions. Like, so what if I feel a certain way? I know what I gotta do. That is super Capricorn, you know, because this is a very independent woman here. Now, you guys might be receiving love messages because you're single. If any of you are single, there's definitely someone in the pursuit to you very soon, and I think they're going to express their emotions and their love to you over the next month. And you know, Capricorn, we're going to be going through Cancer season soon, and that is your opposite sign. You know, you're going to get ready for your full moon in Capricorn next month. So by the time we talk in a month, this is going to be, I'm going to be talking all about this Capricorn full moon. But first, for you, you have to end subconscious cycles. This is a cycle of undoing for you. But back to what I was saying, like, yeah, there might have been a burden that you guys dropped. Because of that, you're able to move forward more romantically, and that might be in result of you guys then being single, then standing in your own garden of abundance. Okay, because I do see an offer coming to someone who's single here, and that might be you offering your love to someone who's single, Capricorn, or if you're single, someone coming to you. But the underlying energy is the Three of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, which is my female Capricorn. It could be a male, though. You're needing to rest, Capricorn. I am seeing the Four of Pentacles here. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius, or maybe you're just wanting to take action. Okay, and we have the Five of Pentacles showing up for you, which I know is just a fear of financial conflict. But yeah, there could be third-party energy here, and one of which may be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You may have earth sign friends, because it's like there may be a reunion here with another earth sign, or with you. If you're a female, you may be this Queen of Pentacles. And you know, another thing that the Queen of Pentacles represents is stability in the home. So you guys are still going to be celebrating that. Some kind of stability, some kind of newfound value and security. Celebrating security, Capricorn. And it just looks like the reason that's happening is because of self-sufficiency. You know, you guys focusing on your pinnacle, like this is, you're very attractive, Capricorn, as you're becoming more self-sufficient, okay, more independent. Like there's just going to be offers coming in of romance because you look good, you know, you look good when you're working this hard. That's what I see. It's someone here who works very, very hard on their own, and that's just attractive to certain people. But Capricorn, this full moon is in your 12th house, so this is about, you know, what you believe subconsciously, what you believe underneath, behind the scenes. You know, this is about going on a subconscious journey. You're going to be discovering a lot about what you believe at a subconscious level. You know, you're going to be discovering a lot about spirituality as well. All this is happening so that you can get ready for your full moon in your first house next month. So you're moving from the 12, which is the ending, to the 1, which is the beginning. So between now and July 17th, there will be an absolute ending. Between the ending and the beginning. So it's like the ending of a book in the start to a new book. All right, so hopefully that helps, Capricorn. Almost said Sagittarius again. All right, let's move to Aquarius energy. Aquarius, Aquario. What is the Sagittarius full moon message for Aquarius? Sagittarius full moon message for Aquarius, please. What's the message for Aquarius energy for this full moon? Goodness. Okay, we've got a few messages coming out here, Aquarius. One card that flipped on its own, and then a few other cards telling me more about that. Okay, first, let's talk a little bit about what this full moon means for you, Aquarius. So Sagittarius is 11 signs away from you, okay? So you're going through 11th house full moon, which I think is really significant because you are the 11th house. It's just like Leo. Leo's going through 5th house energy. Aquarius, you're going through 11th house energy. So this is very collective. So the collective meets the collective, huh? Even you, Aquarius, even humanity has an 11th house, okay? So this is bringing the attention to humility, or humanity. Is bringing the attention to your friends, okay? This is maybe friends of your friends, since you are the friends, Aquarius, and you're going through friendship. There's something here about my friends' friends or something like that, or the communities within a community, or the collective within the collective is very, very interesting. Yeah, full moon there. So this is new beginnings and completions in the house of that. Okay, it's the internet. The World Wide Web is home to the 11th house. So you want to pay attention to that. New beginnings happening there. Completions. So there's a cycle of friendship coming up here, meaning that there may be friends that you're ending cycles with, and then there may be friends that you're starting cycles with, Aquarius. But let's get to the tarot. Okay, the first card out was the 5 of Cups, which has been coming out for a few zodiac signs. So even you, Aquarius, over the next month until the Cancer full moon, there may be some emotional conflict that comes up. Okay, this is definitely something that needs to change at an emotional level. There may be some depression, some disappointment, some regret, some loss, sorrow. This is all that energy. Capricorn got this energy, and I can't remember the other zodiac signs either, but a lot of other signs got it as well. So yeah, this is the first card, and like someone here may be apologizing to you for this too. First, let's talk about this other 3 cards that came out. So we have the Empress, which is Venus energy, love energy. This is the mother. So some of you may be mothers, or there may be the mother of your children coming up here. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is usually a Virgo to me. So there's a Virgo mom here. It could be a Taurus as well. It could be a Capricorn. This is abundance. There might be a stagnance here when it comes to abundance, especially if you're a mother and you're dealing with finance stuff, or if there's any mother money, yeah, because we have the 6 of Pentacles coming out as the 3rd and final card. So yeah, like there's a mom here in the situation, or just a beautiful woman who's waiting on a message financially that'll balance some things out. Someone might be dealing with court here. Somebody might be, because this is the 6 of Pentacles, it has the balance scale there. So there might be some court money stuff. But what I'm saying here is that there's a message that's slowly but surely coming over the next month. And it has to do with, you know, money for some reason. Even though you're going through 11th house stuff. Maybe this is from a friend. You guys may have earth sign friends that are important here. Maybe you guys have lent money to certain friends. But anyway, Aquarius, I'm going to read this how I see it. Because this is what happened. This is what's going on. You know, there's a mother here that has been waiting on a financial message. Could be in regards to child support, but what I'm trying to say, Aquarius, is this 6 of Pentacles is talking about the equal give and take, not giving more than what you're receiving, not receiving more than you're giving. And because of the balance scale there, you could be dealing with Libra or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somebody with Libra and Earth energy, or you could be dealing with, again, like justice and money, like karmic money. But for some reason, it's slowing things down. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow mover, and it is my Virgo energy. It could be a Taurus as well. I get Taurus and Virgo mostly there. Yeah, there's a message that's just stagnant. And as far as this Empress goes, for others of you that aren't mothers, Aquarius, you could be dealing with a very beautiful woman, and this is about abundance, beauty. This is about nature. Okay, walk slower in nature. Stop and smell the roses, I just heard, because the Knight of Pentacles is a slow mover. I don't know if there's a message coming here. Some of you may be waiting on this practicality, because this is all about moving practically. Okay, and there's a mom here. I keep mentioning this mom, but there's the practicality of a mother here, where balance financially is coming up, because hello, when you have children, when there's children involved, or something like that, financial balance is important. And I mean, there might be loss here in regards to this situation. Like there might be some depression, regret, sorrow, just disappointment for some reason that someone might be feeling. And then the underlying energy is the Page of Cups, the Justice card. Some of you are definitely dealing with court or Libra. But then we have the Ace of Swords. So it's like, here's your underlying energy, Aquarius, for this. Like, some of you may be apologizing to Libra or apologizing in court. Okay, you guys might just be apologizing in the name of karma, because you know that it's fair, it's more balanced. Now, keep in mind, all of this is taking place over the next month. So you want to give it at least that amount of time to resonate. But yeah, I do see that. Now, this could be a marriage too. The Justice card is not only Libra or court, but sometimes it means marriage. Some of you guys may be getting proposals. But then we get into the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords, which these are two opposite energies. And we have a Page of Pentacles here too. So we got some younger water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Younger earth sign energy in the Tower. So I don't know if this is something that ends and then starts financially, because there may be something here that's like something might be crumbling down for you guys financially for some reason. But this here is about clarity in a very confusing, like, this is confused, okay? This is overwhelming emotionally. And the Ace of Swords would be something that you could wield very well, Aquarius, as an air sign. So you guys might have a conversation about all these different options. There might need to be somebody that speaks out about that. But yeah, you're cutting through illusions over the next month. You're being clear about what you feel in the name of justice. And some of these options may come out with the law, okay? And again, I see some kind of apology. Some of you guys may have children here with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. There definitely might be younger people around, and they may be children, because I did pick up on that. I mean, there is a mother showing up here, so some of y'all definitely have children. But again, this is like, if you're not a mother, if you're not even dealing with someone who's a mother or a beautiful woman, or if it's not about Venus energy, because it could definitely be about Venus too. Taurus, Libra coming up there. This is also Libra, so definitely Libra energy coming up for you, Aquarius. Some of you may have a Libra mom or a Taurus mom, whatever that means, a Virgo mom, a Capricorn mom. Your mom may need financial help. Your mom might be slowing you down financially. The equal give and take in that case, it might not be, take it as it resonates. But for those of you who didn't resonate with that, I mean, look at all the yellow here. Very positive energy. But yeah, this is about abundance. If you're not a mom, if you're not dealing with a pregnant, because this could be someone who's pregnant and trying to move forward practically and get their finances in balance before this kid comes. But yeah, this is about abundance. The Empress is about abundance and beauty in nature. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles is about moving practically forward towards more abundance. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles in this case is about practical movement. So that this abundance, I don't know, some of you guys are going to receive. Maybe you guys are waiting on an abundance of money that you know is coming, but it's just been very slow because of the court system or something. In this case, this is about someone who's abundant, but still there's a financial message here. Something news coming in that has taken a while to get to you guys, honestly. And it's like, you want to make sure that you're balancing it out, Aquarius. Someone may need your help. It might be your mom who's always asking for certain handouts or something like that. or friends. We don't want to forget that you're going through friends, Aquarius. So yeah, this is all about the equal give and take for you amongst friends. So there may be certain friends. Now, one of your friends may be a mom. Hopefully this is resonating, Aquarius, because I just see practical movement forward towards, like, it doesn't matter how abundant you are. It doesn't matter how much of something you have. You know, you still want to be practical when you're moving forward towards balance, okay? For sure. All right, because you want to keep in mind, we also had the Five of Cups come out. So there is somebody here who, there's a message here about disappointment still. Somebody owes somebody an apology, and they may receive that in court. Okay, this may be the justice system apologizing and giving somebody certain money, or this may be somebody apologizing in court. Something is going on there, because I do see that. And someone may be apologizing for this energy too, for making someone feel sad, for making someone feel disappointed, regret. You know, there just might be someone here who's feeling that energy. Now, you got a lot of Pentacle energy here. So I do think this is about, you know, the tangible, something of value, Aquarius. Very interesting. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out for you, Aquarius. Okay, because there's definitely some mother energy there, like a baby mama energy. What else do we have for Aquarius for the full moon in Sag? Please clarify this Five of Cups. Wow, did you see that? Okay, the card that came out is this big old Ace of Pentacles. So there is definitely something you need coming to you, Aquarius, between now and July 17th. There's new money. I'm telling you, some of you guys are going to receive an abundance of money from like court or family or whatever. I don't care where it comes from. It comes from the universe. It comes from the sky. It's a new beginning. It's something you value, something you need coming to you because of, now I don't know if some of you guys are regretting this or if there's some kind of loss, or maybe this is coming to you in that kind of energy. Because there's victory for you. Yeah, it's a new job. Look, we have an Aquarius. Oh, wow, we have the King and the Queen of Swords. And these are both Aquarians to me. Some of you could be dealing with Gemini, Libras as well, but this is definitely that Aquarius energy. Wow, clarity. You might have a decision to make when it comes to love, though. Or maybe you're getting back with certain air sign energy. But the fact that the Queen and the King of Swords showed up, you're going to be crystal clear about certain things. The truth is going to be important to you, but you guys are going to be working on victory. Someone here is putting a lot of effort. You're going to get attention at your job, Aquarius. You may receive promotions because of that. I don't know what this is for all of you, but judging by the message that came before that, be careful how you're sharing this win, how you're sharing this pinnacle, okay? Be very careful how and who you're sharing that with, because you don't want to give so much to a person who's only giving you crumbs, because there are going to be people who need your help, Aquarius. This is like friends that ask to borrow certain money and stuff like that, okay? But I love the fact that the Ace of Pentacles jumped out at you guys, because there's something that you need coming to you, and you were sad, Aquarius. You felt like there was so much disappointment, and then boom, this something that you value comes in, something that you've been needing, this victory, this attention and recognition at a job. Keep in mind, this is about friends. So what is it that you believe about the collective, Aquarius? What is it that you believe about friendship? You know, I'll be right back. Oh, sorry about that. My Aquarius dog never fails to bother me during your guys' readings. And I don't know if there's some kind of energetic reason for that. But yeah, Aquarius, it just looks like there's a lump sum of money coming to somebody who's been in a very, very emotional conflict. So that's good. I think this is going to cheer some of you guys up over the next month. And I love to give you guys that news. But yeah, what is it that you do believe about friendship? You know, there might be certain friendships that are expanding, Aquarius, over the next month for you guys, which I love to see and I love to hear. So yeah, this is about the philosophy you have when it comes to friendship, Aquarius. I like it. All right. Last but not least, Pisces energy. Pisces, let's shuffle first. Now, we almost had the Five of Swords come out, which is a card that came out in my June reading for Pisces, and we have the Death card. Some of you guys could be dealing with arguments with a Scorpio. There could be conflict when it comes to endings and beginnings. Okay, you guys might be having arguments over the next month about what's ending and beginning. Yeah, but there's a transformation when it comes to the way someone's talking. There needs to be some change that takes place in communication. But that card did not all the way come out. So let's just let the cards speak, and then we'll get going on where this is happening for us. So what's the Sagittarius full moon message for Pisces? Sagittarius full moon for Pisces. What is the Sagittarius full moon message for Pisces. First of all, Pisces, slow down, because I was just going way, 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 way fast, and I heard it clearly. Pisces, slow down. So I don't know if over the next month, we may really find ourselves in. Now, Pisces are usually, they just go at their own pace. Like, if we're fast, we're fast. If we're slow, we're slow. So there was a message to slow down, Pisces, whatever that means. And you know why? I think it's because we're really tapping into some magic. We got the Magician card. Wow. Wow, Pisces, the Magician. Now, you know, it's interesting. I feel like the Magician card should be related to Pisces, or at least mutable energy. Excuse me. Because Pisces is the only zodiac that has all the elements. We're a combination of all zodiac signs. So when I see the Magician, yes, it is a Virgo, it is a Gemini for some of us. It is talking about the planet Mercury, which is transiting through Cancer, our 5th house of romance and pleasure. Okay, so there could be some romantic communication here, but Pisces, first, we'll talk about that. Let's talk about where the Sagittarius full moon is even happening for us. It's a very serious full moon. It's our turn this month to go through that very serious energy. And then it'll be, I believe, Aries' turn next month to go through that very serious. And I'm saying very serious because Capricorn rules the 10th house and Sag is our 10th house. Sagittarius is 10 houses away from Pisces, meaning that Sagittarius represents a very interesting energy for Pisces. It represents our legacy, right? So there's a lot of spiritual stuff coming up here about our philosophy when it comes to our legacy, like what philosophies we're leaving behind as people. It's about the philosophy that's going to take place over the next 10 years. Sagittarius does represent 10-year cycles for us, Pisces, and it does square us. It squares Virgo too. So there's some compromise that's coming up over the next month that this full moon is bringing completions and beginnings to, because Pisces and Sagittarius make a 90 degree. So here's Sag, here's Pisces, and there's that 90-degree angle of conflict and stuff. So we did have that 5 of Swords come up first. So this is not without conflict, but what's coming out is the Magician. So magic is trumping all of this, Pisces. Now, I don't know if we're a distraction for certain people or if there might be certain distractions, because it is the Magician, but I'm getting more of a magical vibe, Pisces. Like, this is very manifestive. And I didn't mention that the 10th house is the house of career. It's the house of social status. So some of us could even be manifesting in that way. Like this, like if you look at the Magician, his aura is so bright. That might be what we're taking on, Pisces. Like, we are just shining. We've got infinity on our mind. Now, another thing that comes up with the Magician is the fact that you have everything you need, Pisces, for whatever it is. Over the next month, it's going to be very important that you're believing, and I can't even tell you how important beliefs are to Sag and Pisces. I do want to mention that too, that this is a very familiar energy because Jupiter rules Sag and Jupiter also rules Pisces. So this full moon is very similar to the vibes that we're used to. And I brought up beliefs because the Magician card is about believing in yourself. You have everything you need on that table there. So what are you going to do with the little bit that you have? You got a little bit of water, you got a little bit of earth, fire, air, you got all the elements. And trust me, that is very balanced. You're working with logic and emotion and intellect and passion. You're working with it all. So what can you create from that, Pisces? Don't allow yourself to be distracted from this magical month. Like, this is going to be a very magical time for you of just manifesting things so quickly. Like, if you want it, you got it. I'm hearing that. You want it, you got it. You know? So, wow, like, you're just really like kind of a sorcerer. You're very magic. You're using alchemy with this Sagittarius full moon. You're manifesting crazy things. So be very careful what you're thinking and communicating, because that's going to be the foundation for what you manifest. The Magician card, it's no mistake that the Magician card is ruled by Mercury, which is your mind, what you're communicating. Speaking this magic into the world, having very magical conversations with people, Pisces. But the underlying energy is, wow, the 3 of Swords. And I'll show you what I just saw underneath that in a moment. So this is our message, Pisces. Like, even though some of us are dealing with this underlying energy of heartbreak, betrayal, you know, 3 swords stabbed into our heart, you know, Pisces, we're still the Magician. Only Pisces could manifest with a broken heart, you know. Like, this is someone who is still manifesting and still magical, even though the center of them is quite broken. Now, I do want to mention here that the 3 of Swords is my communicate from the heart card. And the fact that we're getting the Magician, which is all about communication, and Mercury. There may be some heartbreaking communication that takes place over this month, Pisces, from now until July 17th. This whole cycle, it's about, still knowing that you're magic, even if you're hurt, even if you're sad, even if you were betrayed, and definitely communicating magic from your heart. Right now, this may be some very heartbreaking communication, like I said, but with the Magician and the Three of Swords, like, don't let heartbreak distract you. There we go. Some of you desperately need to be told that over this next month. Heartbreak is a distraction for Pisces if it's not inspiring you. If you don't write a song, if you're not writing poetry, if you're not taking that sad energy and making it into something beautiful in fantasy, if you're not using it for your imagination, this is a heartbreaking distraction. So I do hear that message is don't allow separation or heartache to distract you from what you're manifesting, Pisces. Some of us may get hit with heartbreak over the next month in separation. Some of us feel separated from our magic. We have felt very separated from our magic. Because at the center, I'm feeling this, Pisces, at the center of us all, where we should have a heart, we just have this magic there. That's the heart of a Pisces, is magic. And that's the place where we need to be manifesting from. Don't manifest from a place of heartbreak, because you're just going to manifest more heartbreak for yourself. You're just going to manifest more separation. So there are those very strong messages coming up with these two cards. Like, heartbreak is a distraction. Don't manifest from a place of loss, or don't allow loss and heartbreak to distract you from what you still have on the table, Pisces, because you're the fucking Magician. Like, you're the last house of the zodiac. I know we can get sad sometimes, especially when it comes to romance, and that's another distraction of Pisces, but underneath the Three of Swords is the Temperance card, which has not shown up for anybody else. I've done these readings. Pisces is the last sign that I'm reading for and talking to, and the Temperance card has not showed up for anyone except you, Pisces. So this is a reminder to stay patient. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius energy. So you guys could be going through a separation with a Sag. Okay, but this is a card of patience, and this is a card of alchemy. I can't believe this. The Magician and the Temperance, those are the two alchemist card. Not only are you the Magician with all those ingredients on the table, but now you're actually mixing a few of them and seeing the outcomes, and moderation is coming up here, balance. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys are going to communicate with a Sagittarius, because we do have Sag, Virgo, and Gemini, and wow, I can't make this shit up. The Magician is literally the Gemini Virgo card. We have Sagittarius here, and then I'm talking to Pisces. So Pisces, please remember that you are the fourth and final mutable sign. So there's certain magic that's going to take place. And we got to remember, Virgo season is just around the corner. We go through Cancer, Leo, and then boom, we got Virgo season. And guess whose full moon is in that season? Pisces. So from between the full moon in Sag to the full moon in Pisces, there will be mutability. There will be change. There will be magic. There will be magic, Pisces. If I could name this reading for us, I would name it There Will Be Magic, because this is magic if I've ever seen it. There's wish fulfillment, and there also will be conflict, Pisces. You're going to have to fight and compete for the fulfillment of your own wish, but it doesn't matter, because you are the alchemist. There's some alchemy here, Pisces. And, I think the Three of Swords showed up because we got to keep it real. A lot of us are feeling heartbreak. A lot of us are going through separation at a heart level. But that is not to be a distraction from our magic anymore. That is not to keep us from what it is that we can manifest from our own being. I mean, this is more than what I could even communicate to you right now, Pisces. But I think we felt separated from our magic. We felt separated from our own manifesting abilities for far too long. And I'd be willing to bet anything that has something to do with heartbreak, something to do with betrayal, something to do with separation. It's like an illusion, Pisces. You can't be separated from your magic. That's not. I know you can feel that way, but it's like maybe something's manifesting over the next month, and it may break your heart. Somebody may be manifesting heartbreak here. Someone may be manifesting a separation. I mean, this is going to be different for all of us, but I've hit on some of those key things, all right? This is about magic at a heart level. Even if your heart is broken, you are still the Magician. Okay, that does not change what it is that you can bring into reality from the very dream realm. We do that on the daily, Pisces. Just to bring this back full circle, I just want to remind you guys that This is about our career. This is about the next 10 years. So what is it that you believe, Pisces, about what you already have now and what you're bringing into the next cycle of the next 10 years? What is it that you believe about your legacy? You know, I said this last year to Pisces, that Pisces leave behind magic as a legacy, and this is literally just a confirmation of that. And more than heartbreak, I do feel the whole separation from the magic thing. Like, I want to keep mentioning that because it just hit real deep with me. Some of us feel like we've lost our touch, but we haven't, Pisces. We just, when it comes to the Pisces in the universe, the relationship, we use each other to create things. The universe uses Pisces all the time as a physical embodiment of sacrifice and endings. So you have to keep in mind that you want to co-create with the universe. You don't want to go against the universe. That's why there's certain conflict here when it comes to emotional fulfillment, because Pisces, sometimes we don't know what's best for us. You know, sometimes we don't. Sometimes the universe is just bigger than us, right? So what we can do in the time being is manifest, you know, become an alignment and a perfect match for the resources that we already have, so that we're bringing more of that in, right? If you are heartbroken, if you're dealing with separation, be patient, Pisces, because there's a potion being mixed right now between you and the universe, that all you need to do is stay patient, because this is a potion. You are literally, like, I feel like a mad scientist energy where you're concocting your own potion of emotional fulfillment. Love potion energy here. Potions that grant wishes, like almost like a genie energy, Pisces, which we are genies. So I don't think I really need to say more than that, Pisces. I mean, it's about what you believe about your future. What do you believe in the future, Pisces? I hope so, because you are the future, you are the present, you are the past. This is literally so magical. I'm so happy. This Three of Swords, I'm not even, it's like there's so much magic happening over the next month that I think some of us aren't even gonna be, we ain't even gonna be worried about this heartbreak, this separation, this breakup. You know what I mean? There's more fish in the sea for that. Just stay patient, Pisces. Okay, stay patient, because even magic, even miracles take a little time. And that was said in Cinderella. So there's like this fairy tale magic that I think you're embodying over the next month. And it's magical, to say the least, Pisces. So hopefully that was enough. I don't want it to be too long. Hopefully that resonated. What do you believe about magic, Pisces? What do you believe about manifestation? What do you believe about your legacy, your future, the next 10 years? Do you believe in the magic that's going to be taking place over the next 10 years for you? Do you believe in your legacy? I hope so. Alrighty, let's get one more card, guys, to wrap up this whole Sagittarius full moon. And one just shot out. Wow. Bottom of the deck is the Magician, which is the card that came out for Pisces. And as I was saying, Pisces is the card, Pisces is a zodiac sign that has all the zodiacs. So when Pisces gets a message, technically all the zodiac signs are getting that message. The same message that Pisces is getting is what's coming up as the underlying energy for the message for this full moon. There will be alchemy, there will be magic, there will be separation. You know, we may have to go through certain separation, certain cycles of patience in order to manifest something, because the Sagittarius is a very magical sign, you guys, when it comes to manifesting. But the card that came out, it's so crazy. The card that came out is, I believe this was featured in the Aquarius reading. Okay, so still, the Ace of Pentacles. So this full moon is it's promising tangible results. Like, some of us are manifesting things right down from the sky, money, whatever it is that we need. The Sagittarius full moon just wants us to believe in ourselves enough before something's real. Because I know that the Ace of Pentacles is something very, very real. I mean, you can see it with your eyes. But the Magician is about magic. It's about manifesting. It's about creating and believing that you have enough resources. So there's something coming to those of you who believe in the resources that they have already. That's what this Pentacle, like, more of that is going to come. But I think the message here is to believe in what we have. Believe that you have enough, so that you can align yourself with more. I mean, that's just, it's like a Sagittarius loophole. I do feel that there's a really weird energy where this new opportunity is going to manifest for people, but specifically the people who are aligning with magic. Like, I'm telling you, do you believe in magic? I just heard that in my head. Sag is a mutable sign. It's a very magical sign, and this full moon is bringing completions to us all. And the message here is that there are tangible results with this. Like, Sag is not Pisces, okay? Sag is fire. So it does manifest things. This is magical manifestation. I mean, the cards are saying it all. Some of us are definitely manifesting very real stuff. We're noticing synchronicities. We're thinking about wanting something and trusting in the fact that we're going to get it. And within the next day, like this month is going to be new jobs, new relationships. And the good thing about it is that it's all magical, but it's real. Magic is real. That is the message for the Sagittarius full moon, because we've got magic and we've got reality. Okay, so I think Gemini, I think Virgo, I think Pisces and Sag are all coming together. And I think the real world and the magical realm is very much colliding over the next month, you guys, to where very magical things are coming right down from the sky. Magic is real. That's the Sagittarius full moon message, and some of you guys are going to see this happen. Wow, I knew this moon was intense. I knew this was going to be something, and now after I've done all the readings for everybody, I know it even more. So wow, we are very lucky to even be here to experience this, guys. And I just wanted to thank you guys for listening to the video and checking out all your zodiac messages. The next time we talk will be on the Cancer new moon, guys. Hopefully I see you there. Magic is real. Need I say more? Bye.